With your feet in the air and your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it, yeah. Your head'll collapse, but there's nothing in it, and you'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind?
Return from darkness and will save your precious skin. I will end your suffering and let the healing light come in.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. How is everyone doing? Welcome to our
Hello, motherfucker.
fucking A. That is echoing. Of course. Of course, we're gonna have an echo today. Why not? Oh, well, I'm sorry, guys. Twitch sucks sometimes. But anyways, happy Sunday to everybody. Welcome into the next podcast. Episode 10, we're going to talk about the big old grand finale that took place with the Cassidy Creek storyline. Totally not dehydrated. Will this go into Aftermath life as well? Yeah, any lore that happens with this character stays with this character, yes. All right, let me get these people... What? Claire? Hold on. Let me get on the call with them. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let me turn this down. They might be starting
I
their...
can't spell, okay? Let me have that. I
What
can't spell.
happened?
It's supposed to be begins.
It begins. Oh, I see. What? With the little spider?
It's you.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. It's cute. Okay. So, let me put this here. Are you going to be streaming, Claire?
No, I don't want to take anything from you. No. And I'm not
No.
trusting myself to act like fuck around on accident.
No, you're if you want to stream, go for it. Is Vision streaming?
I don't
Does
see
anyone
it.
know if he has gone live or not?
Soon.
Seems-
Just give me a second.
Yep. You're good.
What would I stream?
You mean as a category? I would put it as just chatting.
Well, I mean, like, what would I have in my background?
Oh, I just do 1 hour of GTA driving.
Oh, damn.
Just go there and do that. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. Let me catch up with chat here. There's gonna be, so that you're aware, a channel in my Discord. If you exclamation Discord, you can jump in there if you're not already in there. There is going to be a channel right under the Behind the RP section for podcast questions. So just in case we happen to miss something in the chat, later when we do like an actual Q&A, you want to make sure that your question gets answered, go put it in there as well. Chat might be a bit busy, so we'll do our best to keep up with it, but forgive us if we miss a question. If we do miss something, didn't happen to notice it, just post it again. Not ignoring you on purpose, I promise. Excited. What's up, Golden? How you doing? What's up, True Hope? Minty? Kazava? Red?
Happy
Dread?
birthday, Minty.
Huh?
Happy birthday, Minty.
Happy birthday, Minty. Everybody in the chat, happy birthday, Minty. Happy Sunday, too, to everybody else. No. Hey, we've got Ash on the call, too. Ash, are you going to be doing any streaming on this one or no?
I am, yeah.
Okay, let me know.
Set it up real quick.
You're good. Just want to make sure we get everyone on board so that we don't miss out on anybody trying to get started. Big happy birthday to Minty. And I need to switch out the music because this is too quiet. Let me get something a little bit more upbeat.
May I recommend some metal? No, I was joking.
Oh, don't worry. I've got metal. Don't worry. I got metal.
Yay.
But I also got a lot of other stuff, too. Through my playlist. What's this? Oh, yeah, this is good. Can you guys hear the music or is it too quiet? Let me know. Not too loud? Sounds good? Perfect. I just don't also want to get copyrighted, so I'm trying not to make it too loud. If you all plan to stream, you can use the Twitch shared... Yes. Yes. That's what we are planning to do. I think that's what Vision and Coffin are setting up right now. They're trying to get their streams up and running. And then we'll all collab.
I knock on your stream. Is that or?
Oh,
or
yeah. Let me get. Hold on. 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 Yeah. Let me. Where did the fuck that come from?
Are you echoing on yours or something?
I was. I was stuck in a loop. I am the loop now.
How do I punch your stream?
No.
I was the loop, y'all.
We can't kill you.
Okay.
We love you
Did
too
you
much.
submit? Did you send a request to collab?
I just did. Yeah. Opera still says no.
Oh, I'm on Firefox.
Yeah, let me go back. Hold on.
Can we tell Valentine and Mama find out who the other really is? Okay. Oh, here we go. I see it. Accept.
Not me. Do not do me.
Accept.
Opera GX still says no.
Is it the knock feature?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yeah. It just has
Join
to
the
be...
call, but mute it. Okay, so I've got Coffin in here.
Give me
And
time.
then accept vision, and there we go. Shared chat
I can't
is
confirm. Opera GX still says no.
Okay.
really Opera's no good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I usually use Opera, but I don't.
There you
All
go.
right.
We should be good now.
We got Claire. Yep. It looks like we are. Okay, let me get this as the new chat window. So that I can see all the chat. We can all see all the chat at the same time. Hell to the yeah. Let's get this moved over. Chat. Yep. Perfect. I think we're good.
I think we
We'll
are.
find out. It worky. Oh, I hear myself.
Wait, I'm hearing
Yeah,
you got it.
something.
Yeah, I hear you too.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you open the separate call and mute yourself.
Did I mute myself, or is there?
Yeah, you're good. You're
You
good.
good? Okay.
I'm muted.
Cool beans. All right. Looks like we're all set up on this.
Claire, test one more time. Talk.
I'm scared.
You're good.
Oh, thank God.
Good. Okay. Perfect. All right. So how it's kind of going to go, we're going to, I guess, get started off here. I don't know exactly when Burn plans to jump in, so I don't want to delay for too long. We'll just wait until we are pleasantly surprised. But where we left off... Oh, I thought I heard myself. Did I hear myself? Echo?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, maybe. Where we left off... No, I did hear myself.
Wait. Who is that coming off of? Let me see.
Do I need to keep talking?
It's probably me. I'm trying to double check everything.
It should be...
Remember how I told you I can't do time? I counted so bad so I'm doing laundry in the background.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. I heard you now. Hold on. What is that coming?
Where's it coming from?
Somebody got the stream up on their phone in the background. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't. Everything else is muted. That's muted. That's muted.
That's me. Yeah, I'm looking at all my mutes.
I'm gonna turn this off. Just I don't trust it. I'm gonna delete Task Manager while I'm in Task Manager because I don't trust Task Manager now because I'm thinking it's doing
Feel
it.
that.
Poor Dora.
I
I
know.
know. Yeah, that sucks.
I thought she was going to actually be able to call out.
She was gonna try, but she couldn't. She doesn't have a day off until like another 3-4 days. She's been working not every day for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Aw. All right.
That's
did we
what
get
she
the-
has. 2 jobs.
That sucks. That really sucks.
I think we
remember
did
that.
I
get
remember
it
those
though. Yeah.
days.
We fixed the mute?
Yeah, I'm not sure who did it, but it worked. I think.
Okay, cool beans. So where we pretty much left off last time was, sad to say, shortly before poor Mav got arrested on the hut. Right? Am I recalling correctly? That was the last podcast we did?
I don't think he was arrested yet.
No, right.
No,
no,
I
no,
don't,
no,
was
he
I don't
wasn't.
think he was.
Right, because my stupid ass made that prediction and it ended up, yeah. So, so I think that's pretty much where we left off. So to kind of revisit everything that was going on during that time, there was a lot of collecting blood on Death's side. There was a lot of back and forth with Emmy having her little set of struggles there going back and forth, right? I think help me remember exactly where things left off. Was that still
Did
when
she
Mark's
we talked about when she got the dagger?
I don't think we did. I think God, it's been way too long since we've done the last one, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she
then-
hadn't gotten the dagger yet.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it's been a hot freaking minute since we've talked about this.
I think the last part that we left out on was Maverick just almost murdered Jorkin after the first Wendigo died.
You're right. Oh my God. So it was just now getting into the whole, oh crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Poor Jorkin, man.
Poor Jorkin. He was out of mana.
No pots
I'm
or anything.
Sorry
No
for the
pots.
echo notification echoes, guys. I'm so sorry. Twitch is stupid. So I apologize for the echo that you're about to hear all stream. So I am going to say that we'll go ahead and give the floor. We also, let me clarify, when because I know there's a lot of other people that have been involved in the story, and we definitely want to make sure that everyone gets their chance to come and chat with us. We don't know what kind of time frame we're looking at for Burns availability. So with trying to keep it as streamlined as possible, we'll probably just keep it as, you know, the people that were part of the whole people that were chosen and marked, and then talk a bit with him and go over that, and then depending on how long he has and if he's got a dip, at that point a lot of other people will be able to jump in and participate. Anyone that was involved in the story, we don't want to hold you guys back from being able to talk about your side too. It's just for time restrictions and whatnot that we might be facing. We're just trying to be careful about having 30 people in the call all at one time. So just giving you a little rundown of the thought process behind that. But I would say for probably Ash or I'm sorry, Coffin or Vision to take the floor, starting off on the stuff that was going on during that time from your sides of stuff.
Right around Jorkin, maybe Vision, because I'm unsure of where exactly my character was at during that.
Do we need to pull up some clips or something to remind ourselves?
I got everything in line, but I think since my side was the least streamed, I think it'd probably be better for me to come in at the end, just because it's going to be a long segment, more than likely, to try to get most of the story painted.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So let me do this.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up some stuff here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see exactly where I
Oh,
was during that.
I'm going to go because the podcast that we did last time was Cassidy Creek. Let's see.
Kitty almost ripped her arm. Time.
Yeah, just give it time. So, just for a little context,
Here.
within Maverick's backstory, and this is something that has happened in a different server,
Easily accessible as it is with a wiki. So, in a way, I heard, "Where's Mary?" That's what I heard, and I kind of
we were talking
about
It's like a job.
things that have been going on all different sides, because there's definitely a lot of. Quick, hold on. I should have done this prior to stream. I'm sorry, people. Allow, and then
I think we're good. If I'm not mistaken,
Go
the
ahead.
Death's altar had just been stolen right before, or right after,
Is-
right?
Oh, thank you. That's a great one to point out. Okay, go ahead then.
Am I wrong, Vision? Is that after or?
I think you might be
Vision.
right.
You are right. I was echoing slightly. Thank you for that. I had side tone turned down from when I was recording earlier.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no. So this was pre the shrine getting stolen. The shrine got stolen only a few days prior to him getting
Oh,
arrested.
you're
and
right.
incarcerated.
You're right. Actually, that was probably together, right?
Yeah. If need be, I can kind of bridge the gap for the beginning of it and then let you guys kind of take the floor.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just trying to remember.
So, during this time was roughly 5 or 6 days after Maverick had fought Erebus and refused to kill Ash. He got the mark, and at first he was maintaining pretty well. Not too many symptoms were overwhelming. Eventually, as the days went on, Maverick started to see creatures from hell and purgatory, like in visions, asking him to free them. And that was when the whole Prius thing started, because he was saying free us, but it sounded like Prius.
Yes, that.
Oh.
Okay, I know exactly where
Bingo,
we're at
bingo,
now.
bingo.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. There we go.
Prius was the magic word. Of course it was.
Prius was the magic word. I mean, how could it not be?
Yeah.
Okay, now we
So-
know where we're at.
Yeah. So after that, his symptoms and his ability to control the bloodlust that came from the mark and came from the weapon itself started to waver. And eventually, he was brought to the trail, to Cassidy Trail. This was during the time when Jorkin and a few of the others, all of the Terra side, were out there, and the Wendigos were just starting to get a lot more aggressive. Their bloodlust started to amplify, and they were trying to combat them, fighting them. Jorkin was up on Mount Chiliad and managed to kill one of them. After that happened, Death, Erebus, the bird, came back to Maverick and told him that he has to go fight Jorkin now. So I rolled for it, see if he would or not, and got a nat 1. So that was kind of the beginning of the end for Maverick's morality during that time period, was that nat 1. And he was then transported up to the mountain, to where Jorkin was laying there, unconscious, drained of mana, as Jorkin's character oftentimes is. And he slit his throat with the axe. BCSO came down with helicopters, and I think Alexis Riley was one of the people that were in that helicopter, saw him do it. Like, they saw the act of Maverick slitting Jorkin's throat, who was another BCSO deputy, by the way, with the axe, and let him go. That was the kind of catalyst of it all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then eventually, after he was just kind of sitting there on the mountainside, in shock, frankly, Ash and Red had found him. Yeah, surprisingly, they let Maverick go. I think they were too scared to even attempt to touch that at that
And
point.
then I think
Only
that's
if they kept that
where
energy.
I think that's where we started getting the idea that nothing was going to stop this either.
Yeah.
Mistakenly.
I think at that point, OOC, I guess I had let Ash go into that mindset where we should separate Mav from the team, because I thought that the pacing of the RP would be so fast at that point that that would be the call to make, I guess, in the OOC terms, Incity terms, obviously, I think Ash had explained his thought process, but it slowed down quite a bit beyond this. There were moments and all that, but they were separated by sometimes like a week of stuff, right?
Ash did say that in character. He said that the best way for us to try to slow down his progression is to distance ourselves from him.
Oh boy, were they wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Amy was trying.
Yeah.
Amy did not know about that. She tried reaching out every day almost.
And I don't think Ash stopped her at all because he was
No.
Yeah, he was trying to like I guess see what was the right option there, but out of city stuff though, I thought it was just gonna be very quick pace where that wouldn't have been the decision for long, but things were just slow, and I don't think for Maverick's character specifically because I'm sure his pacing was pretty fast beyond that, but just in terms of and also I think Ash and Red had to I guess retreat and build up the team, which they did.
yeah.
So
we
that's
were
another thing they had to
kinda-
do.
We were kind of falling apart. Not gonna lie.
There was a lot of
trying to-
alcohol.
Oh my God! There's been so
There's
much
so much
alcohol.
alcohol.
There has been so much alcohol. Everyone's raging alcoholics right now. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I did. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you did not. I was just saying that we had to build up the team. I knew Ash specifically wanted a stronger junior investigator list, and he did that, and wasn't able to fully train them because he's hurt now. So that's Maverick's job now. But besides that, yeah, he was just wanting to train a new set of junior investigators. So if things happen, because I think it had became like painfully clear during the peak of the beginning of the burn arc. Yeah, it was like if we go, that's kind of the team, and that's all she wrote, right?
Yes, very true.
Because this
by
was
the way,
at the time where everything was kind of being done by those three people. And
Yeah.
losing one of them, losing one of those cornerstones was huge.
Exactly. Yeah.
very much. Just an update, and if you didn't see it already in the chat, confirmation that Byrne will be joining us in about an hour, and he said he should he should be able to stay for about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. So we'll get a good chunk of time with him.
Great. Yeah.
So-
A lot of questions. Try not to overwhelm them, but there's specific
fuck,
ones.
man?
I can imagine. Also, if you guys haven't already, if you want to jump into my Discord, if you are not already in there, just exclamation Discord. There is a channel under the Behind the RP section for podcast questions. So when we get to a Q&A section, you are more than welcome to post your questions in there, and we will eventually get to them. Yep, there you go. That one right there. All right. So, I guess with the trying to not necessarily cut Maverick off, but at the same time distance ourselves from him for the sake of trying to protect the team. You know, it sucks because it was really difficult to not understand what was going on that side of things, especially not understanding what really was even controlling him or whispering in his ear or whatever you want to call it. We weren't sure if it was death or if it was something else, and there was a bit of confusion behind all of that. And the way that Mav was talking a lot of the times as this entity, it almost, I'm so sorry about the echo. That is not going away, guys. I'm so sorry.
I didn't hear it.
No,
I'm not
on
hearing
my side, there is a anytime there's a notification, it just echoes, and I can't get it to stop. So, my apologies, y'all. But the way that it was played, the character being not entirely his regular Mav self, I guess you could say, with this darker tone of voice, a little bit more elegant. It almost felt like it was at first a demon possession or a controlling of his body by something else. And I think there was just a lot of confusion of trying to figure out what in the fuck is even going on here. Is it death? Is it not death? You know what I mean? And yes, mistakes were probably made, but I feel like we were really doing our best, all of us, everyone on every side, to roll with whatever it was is, unscripted, pun intended, as it was as well, to piece together all this stuff and make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think a big issue that would coincide with that was a lot of people throwing in their hat of why they think what is happening, and juggling that was also fun, I guess.
Yeah, there are a lot of theories being thrown around.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
So many angles.
And a lot of people weren't posing them as theories. They were like, no, this is what's happening. Even I'm guilty of that a little, but it's kind of more, I kind of memed about it a little more because I knew Ash would, because he kind of liked starting the pot a little, but that was for less, I don't want to say less important characters. I guess characters that weren't pivotal to the plot that we were directly having.
Right. Yes. Also, I just saw Dead Bush Gamers comment about the pauses. If you look at his VODs of the events he pauses, the pauses he makes in most combos make for great cinematic moments. Oh, okay.
It's like Burns pauses when he's talking.
Burns pauses. Okay.
Yeah, Burns.
I was
Watching
gonna
it
make
from his point of view is hilarious because it's usually like he was talking to Emmy at one point and he was dead silent for about a minute as Terra. And it was just because there was a hype train going off nonstop, and it was you just could not hear anything.
You gotta love when Terra Dona walls you.
That actually reminds me. Because there's so many of us that do that, right? The long pause in conversation, or almost every few words, there's a long, or a couple seconds of a pause in between what we're trying to say here and there. And it's like we got a bunch of freaking William Shatners in the team, actually, because everyone just takes their sweet time talking. That's how I look at it. Anyways,
that is funny.
Does Burn post VOD somewhere? I don't know. I do not know. I would assume his Twitch. I don't know if he uploads them anywhere else after that. It's a question that
I was... Sorry, Mama. I was gonna say, I was setting up when you had said this. Where are people putting their questions specifically? Are they just gonna throw them in chat?
Oh, so if you go into the Discord, my Discord, behind the RP, under there is a podcast questions channel.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep. All right. Okay. So Emmy.
Hello, motherfucker.
Claire, poor Claire, well, being stuck in the middle like that. I mean, I know a lot of us have talked to Emmy about everything that was going on during that time, but I think that was right around when she got the, shortly after she had gotten possessed, I guess, at the trail, right, along with Elsa, which ended up leading to her being chosen as one of the in-betweens. Am I correct about that?
So she was not. No.
No?
So correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, because it was almost coincided with yours.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first one possessed, and then we got her. She got to the point where she always had this thing tethered to death. She ended up getting a small mark from death, so she basically was told, you have to help Maverick. Anything he needs, you need to do. How that happened is all of a sudden I'm driving around, she's trying to be super safe. She's like, all right, I'm just gonna get this job up north, get it done. I need the money because we're gonna get hurt. We know we're gonna get hurt. We need the money for the bills, you know?
Yeah.
Ends up hearing Death's voice in the bells. And she has to roll. She rolls like a 6 or something, so below 10, pretty bad. She's like, shit. She gets out. She gets then transported to, she doesn't know where, but IRL, I know it was in the governor's mansion in one of those rooms.
Oh.
And in the newspaper room, she's told, look at all these people dying because of you or something like that.
Always comes
You're
back to
not-
the mansion, man.
Fucking mansion. Ultimately, she failed. She had so many bad rolls for the last few days, and that was one of those days where everything rolled bad. She could not fight against death, and she ends up getting the small little mark of death, like Mav's, but just tiny, to connect her to death and Mav. So that like possession she had basically stayed there almost permanently, always in the back of her head.
So, I had no
That's
idea.
when Mav finds her.
I had
Yeah.
I was not rewatching any streams, and now that it's
Yeah.
over, it's too much to catch up on. So there's a lot that I'm so lost on still from so many different POVs that were happening all at once. There was so much. I don't even know how some of these viewers were able to catch up and stay on top of the story, because there was just so much happening and in so many different directions. But yeah, no, I had no idea that your character actually had a form of a death mark. I thought.
So like,
Go ahead.
yeah, it was really tiny little hole because he put what ultimately is like Death put his fingers into her chest to her soul, and what it left was just a little mark in the middle of her collarbone. Just a tiny little hole, looks like a bullet hole. That's all it does. Just something really tiny, can't be seen, but connects basically to Death itself, and then she has to follow Maverick. The only reason we got that cleared was because of balance.
Oh, okay. So that's where the whole balance thing came in.
That motherfucker comes out of the dark was terrifying.
What do you mean? So lovely to talk to.
Well, Mav and Emmy were together because they were told by Death that they have to go solve this fucking riddle. They go into the mine, find the skull that Mav has to use to start making the what's it called?
Death Altar.
Death altar, yeah. And I think at this point, Emmy already has the 2 vials of blood of Grimlock and Ember. She already murdered those guys. So she has those. Those are also needed for the death altar. We turn around then, and from the other side of the mine, a shaman comes out of nowhere from the darkness. And Emmy and Mav both put their hands on the scale. Sadly, Mav, he did not roll well. Emmy
Of course
got,
he did.
Yeah, I know. The only time I'm happy this ever happened, Emmy got a 10-20. So she got perfectly balanced.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
So that is how she got her Tanto, and he removed the mark. But she was basically told throughout the story that she cannot interfere with death and life. Like, she would try to help with her friends, because she sees that as only being with her friends and not life and death. But Mav set her straight on that. So she got the Tanto. She then had to go through a trial with, like, when Burn was away. Someone else was helping cover, to help get the story stay going. She had to do a ritual to get it attuned to her soul. So basically, her soul's in its new dagger and stuff. But she basically is just always told, you cannot interfere unless balance is fully breaking. Fuck if she knows what that means.
Apparently, Burn lost his shit, by the way, when you rolled that 10.
Oh, I watched it. It was hilarious. I've never heard someone stream so happy about a 10-20.
That's amazing. I love that.
Ugh.
Okay,
So
then-
That is very
that's how
funny.
Emmy got to be the quote-unquote balanced.
which really makes sense for Amy, in my personal opinion. I think that character, your character, being a part of the balance side of things, it made sense with how much she appreciates, like the Mother Nature side of herself and whatnot. And I just thought that really worked out as a great thing for that character to be able to handle.
Yeah, and I think that's where she was the one that always like kind of tried to reach out to Mav, because she knew what was going, not fully on, of course, but she was there with him. Like, she helped create the damn death altar.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did.
So, like,
And-
when everyone was kind of pushing away, and even when Mav, like, on phone calls and, like, stuff like that said, yeah, everyone left, and Emmy's like, Not me. They're left because they're scared. They don't understand. It's okay. So she sent some little gifts of hugs. It's like, please be happy.
Aw.
And she sees Mav now as like another Arthur. Sorry to say, Mav, you can't adopt her, so you can't have another little sister.
Wait, did you say cannot?
Cannot.
Okay, good. Okay, that's.
I'm done with fucking people adopting everybody. That bush is too big.
Agreed.
Oh my god. But that's how she's like definitely become, in her mind, more closer to Mav because she sees him as another big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like replaced Arthur in her mind almost.
There is definitely, you can definitely see that vibe between those two characters for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So then, so that's when that's how you got the Tonto.
Mm-hmm. And then I got the dagger going through the trial. That fucking eagle that was with Wrangler when he was at the tree saying, "Oh, it's my grandma's spirit." Same fucking eagle.
That's funny.
Hang tight. I got that clip of you rolling that 10. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna watch this. Hang tight. Stop it. Oh my god, stop the... Make this bigger. How about that? Here's this clip.
Oh!
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
His scream was so happy. And don't mind my spelling. Most of the time when you guys don't hear me talking, it's me trying to figure out how to fucking spell something.
Oh my god, that scared me. Jesus. Oh, that's crazy. Here, let's turn that down and then...
He's so happy.
Burn always has the just exacerbated reactions to everything. It's beautiful.
That was great. That perfect. Thank you for whoever brought that, found that clip. Oh my god, that was loud as fuck.
So happy, man. So happy.
That roll was cinema.
It was cinema. Oh Lord. Blasted away. I know. Yeah, loud. That was fucking loud.
That could be a fucking follower notification, dude.
I'd love it. Oh. That would be a great notification. So, okay, so then they built the shrine into the death shrine. She got her Tonto, the death mark got removed, and then what? Just kind of being that balance.
For just Imi itself?
For Imi. Because just
yeah, so I was still very
right
confused on how the fuck this Tanto kind of worked. From what she understood, it exuded balance, you know? Like, it protected her from both Terra and death. Mm-hmm. So if it was taken from her, though, not good. Death could take her back. She could get that back. So, Byrne had talked to Cassidy Brown, one of her sisters. He didn't know it was one of her sisters, by the way. He keeps finding Imi's fucking relatives. Granted, they're everywhere, but he gave her permission to get the Tanto if she wanted to save Imi, because he made her believe that it was gonna hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up. Imi was at this point with Terra trying to atone to her sins to Terra, so that's why she got stabbed at that waterfall. So because she was trying to yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
So after she's stabbed, Imi's I'm playing it like Imi just she's fine, just a little blood, whatever. It hurts a little, but nothing too horrible. Cassidy is being talked to by Byrne, the death fucking bird, I think it was. I don't think it was the stag. And she takes the Tanto and fucking books it. We try to chase after her and everything. Ultimately can't catch her. Balance gives us a Prius to try to go catch her. Doesn't work.
That happened? What?
Yep. Ultimately,
God.
She makes it almost to Mav, and that's when I had you guys all go in a circle, because I rolled a nat 20 on fighting off death, so Terra saved Imi from death, and then it transported her to Cassidy, to where the point where she has to just book it. She's almost at Mav. Mav is watching this when they both meet, and Imi just starts beating the shit out of Cassidy to get the Tanto back.
Oh my god.
She wins. She looks at Mav. She goes, negotiations are going great, Mav. He's just staring.
He had popcorn out. He was just watching.
That's great.
Man, that
He's like,
sounds
a free
great.
show? Shit. All right.
I love that.
So that's how she got the Tanto back. And that's how she was really sure, of course, okay, Cassidy's now definitely under death's at least a little spell. At OOC, I then found out later, Byrne also then got Ghost, her brother, on his side by giving him a mark that was on his foot, but had a fake looking mark of life on his hand that did not
Oh
look
my
right.
god,
That
that's so
may or may not
sinister,
have
bro.
been Maverick's idea.
You
Oh,
motherfucker.
my god.
And
That's
it's so
fucking
easy
evil.
to tell when Ghost is lying, because first off, he's just like, yeah, life mark. I'm like, what's it look like? Let me see. He's like, yeah, it's Tara's. And I'm like, I know what the fuck it looks like. What's it be? And he's such a shit liar. So he's completely sus.
Oh my god.
So he now Mav has both her sister and her brother working up for him at this point. It's
That's
such shit.
So that's how Ghost got involved then.
Yeah.
That's
I saw the
Yeah.
clip. The damn
That's-
bird pecked his foot, and that's how he got his mark.
I literally thought there was just like a line of people outside of Mav's cave being like, just mark me please. Like just
It felt
trying to
like
get
it.
involved.
There was.
Are you serious?
Everyone was
Hey,
in
Zero,
line for the
hey,
free
hey,
tab,
Mabel, how
man.
the fuck are you
Free
doing, man?
tattoos. Oh my god.
Fucking Friday the 13th at that cave,
I-
dude.
That's why when Emmy, like at this point, Emmy is kind of like going back and forth with everything. Like I know she's a side character, but I felt like I could see why Malins was staying in that damn cave. It's a lot of work, man. Holy shit! I went to
Well, you got a
Mav, and I'm
vacation,
like,
you know.
oh my god.
Bolingbrook
Mabel
vacation,
never got
man.
marked, but she made a deal with Death to bring Lucy back because they're married at
Twice.
this point. Twice, and I end up like coming out of the side, and then Mabel's just like, "Don't give me that look, Kimmy. I had to do what I had to do, and I had you."
Oh my god.
I'm like, you fuckers. I go to the general because at this point I'm not talking to Mav. I know it's not Mav in her head. She's like, no, Mav doesn't do this. She's like, you stop going after my friends and failing because it's feeling targeted right now.
Well, no, Ash felt that too. Don't worry.
Oh,
Dude, Mav was turning everyone against each other.
Yeah.
And then
So
gets
bad.
upset that nobody
Nobody's talking to him.
You're right. Like damn
Listen,
if you do,
if
damn
they
if you
just
don't.
listened to him and trusted him, he wouldn't have to do this. It's really
Emmy-
everyone else's fault.
Oh,
To be
yeah.
show
fair-
that Emmy kind
To
of
be
did.
fair.
No, I was gonna make a point. To be fair, I think if Ash hadn't have done that, it might have not just been Mav on the hut. Actually,
No,
it
would've
might have
you
been the
and-
whole
and you and
fucking
Red,
team.
100%.
Oh,
Dude, that would have been great. A fucking team jail arc.
We
Oh,
Yeah,
tried
you
that.
know,
We tried
we
that.
we tried that. Mav got mad.
Ow!
We got fucking kicked out of the prison.
I want to be alone.
Red got 2 felon. No, she got 1 felony trespassing in order just to stay there for an extra hour.
And that took forever because Boyardee is friends with Emmy,
Oh.
and he's a really good ranger.
To originally get arrested? Yes. How we
Yep.
had to beg the guy to arrest us.
Boyardee's
Yeah.
like very like, all right, he's really fair. His character is very fair. He's like, look, you just gotta leave, da da da. He does not escalate. He's like one of the really good rangers. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's been friends with Emmy since like way early Purple days.
Hmm. That's crazy.
He did not want to get her in trouble. He's like, well, you just. I'm like,
Boy,
Yeah, but
Baby, just get us in. Just take us. Just look, it's helping your budget. All right, just take us in.
Helping
It's
your
okay.
It's helping your budget.
well, and then like, so not only were we trying to like, what was it that we did? We had we were in Cassidy, which was considered locked down, so it would have been trespassing at the time. And I think
we were fishing.
We
I was
were-
cooking.
you were cooking, and then Red, when he got there, he was I think we didn't have our fishing licenses on us or something like that, right? Like we were really trying to get arrested.
No, we
And-
did. We did. We were
We
just
did?
like saying we weren't leaving.
Or
we
that we weren't
tried
leaving,
like
that's what it was.
scaring the locals.
Yes, that's what it was.
with,
We weren't
like,
gonna leave.
Yeah.
And then
And then the F5B comes out of nowhere. I don't know where the fuck he's
yeah, that Italian or French or whatever motherfucker.
Oh,
didn't
that
even do-
guy.
He didn't
Yeah.
even do anything. He was,
Well, it's like, what the fuck is happening?
and then
Just
Red
went to
tries
jail.
bribing them. She's like, here, let me give you some money to just go away. And he's like, well, that's
Amy
bribery.
gave
And
him
I'm
a
like, yeah,
fish.
I know. Arrest us. Come on.
Amy gave him a fish as a bribe, and he still wouldn't.
He still wouldn't do it. I was like, this guy.
He wasn't even Bordy. She did it with the FIB too.
They like have to pull out my gun and actually get like really in trouble here.
Oh, at this point, I think at this point, I also have the new dagger. That's when Amy has the new dagger already.
Yeah.
So she already went through her trial, so that fucking dagger. It's
Anyway.
really attuned to her.
So
But yeah,
after
that's how we get to the church. Church?
Two-
Prison.
2 hours later, we finally get sent to jail.
Yeah.
Just done
That
Grand
was
Theft
crazy,
Auto,
bro.
honestly. It
And
would have
then-
been so much
And
easier.
then the first words out of Mav's mouth to Red when he sees her walk out is, "You stupid son of a bitch." I was like, "Well,
It
you're
looks so
Oh, what?
welcome, motherfucker."
I did not know that. That's funny.
Amy
Yeah.
comes out later, like a few minutes later. She just sees angry Mav looking at Red, like she hears them talking like angrily, and she's like,
Hello, we're here to visit.
And then Mav's all, "Hey, Emmy." You know, he's all sweet with her. He's all sweet with Emmy. It's like such
Ash did-
bullshit.
Ash did get that call where he's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And Ash is like, "Dude, I'm just allowing people to do their thing, dude." At this point, that was a crazy day for me specifically. So when he got that call from Red, like, "Hey, I'm going to prison," he's like, "Go for it, dude. Go for it." And move on.
I do remember that was the time, like you Red and Ash, especially Red. It's like, we abandoned him enough. We can't do this again. We have to go there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in my head, and OOC and in character, I'm like, I never did. I'm trying. I've told you guys we have to trust him a little, but like leave him be for a bit, you know?
Yeah, but I
talk
think
to him.
it might have been a little too late by that point, but it really was an attempt to try to right the wrongs. It was tried to in an attempt to not continue making the same mistake that we just realized was a mistake.
Yeah,
it may have
and,
been-
and the
it may have
team
been
was
too late.
stabilized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
The
may
team,
have been
the
too
team had
late,
stabilized
but-
finally.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my
that
God.
too.
Well, we were some of us were still drinking.
Yeah, but
we-
you know that'll
we-
never change.
That
I
never
guess.
I was
stops.
gonna say who
Yeah.
stopped. Nobody stopped drinking.
I didn't get to do. Emmy's so illegal. She only got the only time she started drinking was with y'all, and she got crossfaded.
Do your thing, chicken wing. Useless says.
Lauren has a good point. It was her idea.
Yeah, Lauren was really good on that. I mean, we did try to like
Yes.
wave a gun around and like have the knife. You had the gun, I had the knife, but
Yep.
man, those locals weren't doing shit.
We were desperately trying to get the attention of officers. We did. We got the attention. They just weren't. They just weren't arrested.
They were friends with Emmy.
They weren't buying it. Yeah, they're like, "Get out of here, guys, knuckleheads."
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's funny.
So Red now has a felony on her record for refusing to leave prison.
It's not
of
even
all
a good
things.
felony.
Of all things, felony
Oh, does Emmy
trespassing.
have that?
If you
No, not for.
no, because you weren't awake the first, like, it was like 2 or 3 hours before Emmy had woken up. The different officer, the DOC guard that was there, told Red that in order for you to stay, I have to book you again. And he's like, the only way I can book you is if, you know, you're refusing to leave prison. So if you're going to refuse, then you're federally trespassing. So I have to give you a federal trespass charge, which is
And
a
all this
felony.
happened because Elliot called trying to set a date for
Oh yeah.
lunch that he can
just said
deliver.
food.
Oh my God! So the food.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah.
I don't even think Ash remembered the crash out about that. I think he forgot.
He crashed out enough. Because you even had to go yell at the team. I guess you rolled for it about something, and you
I don't
told
know.
Emmy to go.
Out of the what time he yelled at the team, I don't
You
remember.
know, man. I just remember going, oh, okay, I gotta go then. All right. You pulled him. You pulled Emmy to the side. She's like, all right, you're gonna go. It's okay. I gotta go do something. You're not in trouble. Now go play. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Something had happened, and he's like, "I gotta
Uh-huh.
fucking yell at everyone," but I don't
From
know.
what I understand, you rolled for how mad you were, and you got bad.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get so mad at the team?
Well,
was this?
what time? Because I feel like
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times, right?
Was it
I think
just
that at
kinda
this
like, oh-
point, What
I
was
can't
it?
remember. I just remember thinking, why am I going? And then I look over and everyone looks like they're about to ready to get their asses whooped.
Oh,
I remember it was
they're not-
behind the garage specifically,
Yeah,
but I just don't remember what was happening.
Okay,
I have
I
not seen Ash get mad except for when he threatened Maverick. I want more of it. It's unbelievable.
You want
Because
more
Maverick's
Mad
always
Ash?
listening to him. What do you mean? He's always listening to him and bringing the right type of stuff to the table. At this point, you were in prison. I'm almost positive, and someone, I guess the whole entire team was kind of doing some stupid shit. I just don't remember what it was, except Red. I think it was more the juniors. What had happened? Oh, you know what it was? It was the. I think it was the finding out how chaotic it was with the what is it, the apocalypse and all that, what the juniors were doing truly when he found out. I think it might have been that. I don't know. No, it was before
a
that. Never
fucking
mind. I'm
day,
tripping.
man.
That was another time he crashed out. Yeah.
wait.
When he had found out that Emmy was put in charge of the juniors, he was so fucking lost.
We got delegated, all right? She got delegated.
That was funny. It was for sure
the
funny.
day of.
Emmy, I feel
Yeah,
like Emmy
the day
is
of.
proving herself a little bit. Hi, Rain. We were
Hey,
doing our
Rain, how you
jobs.
doing? Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say Faye held that down. She did good.
Oh,
Yeah,
the day
that's what
of,
he
the
was told.
taunt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good shit on that. So then,
yeah.
go ahead, Ash.
No, I was
sorry,
just gonna say
Stefan.
during that, from I think Reds and Ash's POV for all that chaos, up until the point where you went into Bolingbrook, we were just kind of not only brainstorming, but we actually got hit with a lot of stuff we had to help with in terms of what was leaking out of the Maverick situation. On top of that, something that Ouse had started picking up, I think it was the Ashley thing with the ghost there, and then there was some other things as well that was happening, and then as well as Red's Terry dates, right?
Yeah, Red's Terry dates.
Watching him land the plane was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever
I
saw.
shit you not. That put Red in full on panic mode when Terry is coming back in, flying that freaking whatever that helicopter plane thingy was. Back
It was
into
not a
the-
water one, I'll tell you that.
the shoreline right there next to Death Shrine. And she looks over and she just sees Maverick with the bird mask standing there, cross-armed, staring right in her direction. And she about shit her pants.
And then you also had Emmy and her friends in a car.
Yeah,
And I
so many
saw
things that
it-
happened like that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw the Emmy and a couple other people sitting in a car up on the hill next to it. Yeah, and it was like, oh, this is more
Oh.
than caught. This is more than caught at this point.
I
It was-
forgot
Yeah.
that was the day that Grimlock accidentally spilled where Death Shrine's location was in our guild chat.
Oh no.
God.
I remember telling Ash, I'm like, something bad happened. It's really
Yeah.
bad.
This whole you guys, the whole team Tear Red, however you guys are saying that. You know she's gonna end
T-Red.
up dead, right? Like at the end of
Nah.
that
No, they're gonna have
relationship,
beautiful babies
she is going
together.
to die.
No,
If
listen,
that happens, I believe.
wife.
Go ahead.
Wife's the way. Come on.
Yeah,
10th
it's
wife
gonna be
ever-
Romeo and Juliet. You don't think Terry's gonna throw his life on the line, man?
I don't think so. I think
Don't
she's
forget
going to be
about
the
it.
10th mysteriously disappeared person.
No.
No. They're gonna have a beautiful life. Elliot's gonna have a new baby sister.
Oh,
That'd
what?
be great.
Huh?
Terry's wives are allegedly alive.
Ah.
Allegedly, yes, that's correct. That's the word.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they are still alive. You are correct. Don't forget when Red went to steal the skulls. And that gave me almost an IRL heart attack.
When you left your Prius there.
Yeah, when
Left the fucking Prius. The only car that would have signified exactly who did it, too.
What's funny is Maverick's impression wasn't even the worst case scenario. He thought we were spying on him, and I was like, yeah, no, that's definitely what we're not doing. So.
we're not spying. Oh my god!
It's like
Yeah.
motively, I'm like, I don't even care what you're doing to me right now, to be
There
honest.
was so much panic. So right, you cannot see into that damn cave until you turn that, like you go right there at the entrance and turn that corner. And lo and behold, there was no car parked out there. I figured he wasn't 100% sure, but I thought, okay, without seeing the car, that means maybe he's not here, right? So I decided to go
always
in
lurking.
for it. Turn the corner, that motherfucker's just standing there facing the shrine with his arms behind his back. And we're like, oh! Turn around and start running as fast as we could. Obviously making splashing sounds in the water and just looking over looking over my shoulder. And
Amy
just
found a
see
good
him
spot if you ever need to see it.
just see him come walking out of the cave and looking at her, and it was like, oh, we are so caught. Tried to swim over to the Prius to drive it away, saw him get in his fucking muscle car, and I'm like, nope, we are not outrunning that thing. So I went and dove into the water. What I should have done was ocean dumped it. That would have probably, but no, he could still swim down and probably got the license plate off that damn Prius. Shouldn't have used the Prius in the first place is really what it boils down to.
At that point, I'm surprised Mav just didn't follow you. He probably didn't even need air to breathe. He just could have fucking swam down.
I will say, me and my chat were wondering, like, does he fucking leave?
No,
But no.
he was dedicated to that shrine, man.
Yeah.
It was definitely not about spying on Maverick at that the mission was not spying. The mission was to steal the skull. Who was it? James's skull.
Yeah,
And-
I actually
and-
needed it for something for a moment, but that was promptly thrown out once Matt was like, that would cause the end of the world. He's like, all right, fine then.
Man, if only you all talked to Mav, huh?
Well,
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, man.
how much of it is Mav and how much of it was not? You know?
I felt like it was more of like a always Mav, but people are watching sometimes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's where it
Yeah,
got
it'd
really
Well, come on,
tricky.
Vision. What was it?
It was always Maverick. He just had to make appearances to make
This
Aramis
motherfucker is
believe more.
fucking split personality. I swear to God.
No, don't bring that up. Don't
Nah.
bring
Has
that.
to give him that though.
Because you did so well acting
Who does?
like another.
Elliot wants Maverick to get DID.
Yeah, that was
What?
that was his suggestion.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's his suggestion because he was
yeah.
taking a shower listening to Lady Gaga. That he came up with this plan to save Maverick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that BCSO had been trying to take the damn shrine of Terra with the cargo bomb.
Wait, you knew that before?
No,
Oh, okay.
it was after the 22nd that apparently it happened. It happened like at least 2 times, from what I understand. But when Wrangler stole Death Shrine before the 22nd, I was like, that's really unbalanced. I don't know
Oh,
who
yeah.
I'm gonna have to stab. Am I gonna have to stab Wrangler somehow to like get him back?
That
That
would have been the
motherfucker
arc to
stole
be
it
seen.
for himself, not BCSO, based off that note.
That
Yeah.
was so scary to have that have happened. Even before Mav got arrested, the fact that Death Shrine got stolen, knowing at that point what we knew about Maverick and the
Yeah.
intentions, that was like, you have just fucked everyone and everything, and every living particle on this earth is now dead because of you, Wrangler. Good
And-
fucking job.
The reason why that started initially is because Maverick was standing at the altar as he normally did, and SIB came looking around for weed, and
Of course.
they crashed their car in the water and came around the corner, and that same French SIB agent, Marie Joseph Henry Lafayette guy,
Lafayette, yeah.
yeah, and his partner were investigating, and they found Maverick there, and they're like, sir, what you doing? This is an odd place to just be looking at. Are those skulls? And they started like walking into the cave. I'm like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. This is a very bad, not good place to be. This will corrupt you. And then Lafayette was like, yeah, I don't fucking believe you, crackhead. And so we pulled out a camera and tried taking photos of the altar and Maverick in there. And he's like, give me that photo back. And he's like, no, I don't think I will. And he rolled a nat 20, Maverick did,
Ooh.
to intimidate him. Yeah, Maverick during this arc was rolling like a god. It was
Where the fuck have they
unbelievable.
been? Can we have
Yeah, I
those
don't
rolls,
know.
please?
Yeah, I would like them right now specifically.
So he gave the photo back, but then he told his partner to go grab the skulls because they needed to do like dental records on them to make sure they weren't recently deceased.
Oh no.
And that's when Maverick's like, you have 5 seconds to leave. They did not leave. So he pulled out the axe and swiped at Lafayette, killing him immediately. And
Is
then,
Lafayette dead?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
But the axe automatically one-shots
Yeah.
just because of the weapon.
Yeah.
The other guy pulled an SMG out and dropped Maverick. And they struggled to get cuffs on him for the next, 10 minutes because I kept rolling nat 20s on intimidation to not cuff him.
The fact that they were playing along with that, though, you gotta give them a little bit of
That's
credit.
good for them, yeah.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
like
so
going for
strong.
cuffs, and I was like, I would not do that if I were you. And then nat 20. And then they're like, oh, shit, guys, I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should cuff this guy. He's kind of scary. And I was like,
He's
all right,
kind
good.
of scary.
Kind of.
Love to have seen the alternative on that one right there.
Nat went, oh, this guy's a fucking joke.
This
Yeah.
man's a pigeon. Kick him.
Yeah, you're going to the slammer, pal. But so that happened, and he got brought to jail the first time via the SIB, and they decided to take his axe for evidence, the axe that corrupts people when they wield it or when they hold it. And so Lafayette got a tidbit of the curse when wielding the weapon.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so, yeah, Maverick's like, I really would not take that if I were you. Like, I really, really would not take this. And of course they did anyways.
Yeah, of
So
course.
he was in jail, and a few days later, after he was already out, Death came to him. Erebus came to him in bird form. And Maverick was like, hey, you're going to run a little errand for me. And he was like, oh? I was like, Lafayette, SIB guy. You know that axe that you gave me? Yeah, he took it. And Death just kind of looked at Maverick and said, word? And flew off and went to go fuck with him.
Well, that I actually heard about that in City. That
I
was
did not
fucking
hear about
hilarious.
that part.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like shit his pants and was like, "Let me get it for you." He's like, "Can't find it actually," so that's fun.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he kept getting tormented by different peds, all as Erebus being like, bring it back. You will bring it back.
I love
And then he was like,
that.
oh no.
That's great. I love that so
Amazing.
much.
Gotta heed the
Consequence.
warnings, man.
I wish I could see that POV for him.
Does
Yeah.
anyone know? He probably doesn't. Does anyone know if that guy that plays that character streams?
Dude, I don't think
so.
any of the SIB members stream at all.
I think a lot of them don't because people stream snipe, sadly.
Yeah, sadly.
I know
Yeah.
Burn was streaming that though, so you could go back and scour
Watch
through his
that.
VODs to try to find it. But
Oh, okay.
Has anyone interacted with Burn off stream where he's just in his characters?
I have.
Yeah, that happened to me just I think once, and I was like, "Is this Vision?"
Yeah, I've heard that's when people were getting really confused if it was
My chat was fully convinced it was you. They're like, "That doesn't even sound like him." It was actually. Oh my guys, I think it might be him. Actually.
I do want to say the amount of mind fuckery though that just went on through this entire arc, both almost with just the characters and then kind of almost an OOC mind fuckery. Is like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
It just added that much more flavor. Love it.
I needed a cheat sheet, like a Relics for Dummies 101.
We all.
Man, I was trying, man.
You
I
know
was
how
trying
much
so hard.
Googling? Do you know how much Googling has been happening and research that has gone into everything since this all started? It's like we were being like, I feel like we were being put on a test at school or something. I was like, oh my god, we are so not prepared for this. I'm not.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys were, but I wasn't.
Because I didn't want to take anything too far. I'm like, I don't know what this do. I know it's a phone. I'm like, does it do anything else? Does it make me fly? I don't fucking know.
I know, right? It's like,
Does
what
it
would
make you fly?
happen if?
Oh, I'm
Korra
really
was
happy
eating well.
no one took it from her besides like with her giving it to Elsa because she trusted her.
Right? Faye knows.
And then-
Faye knows the fucking research was crazy. Poor girl.
Hey,
Poor girl.
goddamn.
Stuff that Googling was bad for Aishima? Yeah.
The Aishima thing wasn't too wild in terms of Googling, right? It was just kind of like Demon needs to go, how to get Demon out, Google.
I think the hard part
How to get
about
the-
this, though, is we weren't just looking up what, like, there was no clear understanding of what we were dealing with. There was like 10 or what, I don't know how many different theories and names, and we had Gaia, and then we had Terra, and then we had Erebus, and then we had, just straight death, that everyone just kept calling it death. And then we had, all these names that just started getting thrown all over the place.
That's just different pathology
Hello,
altogether.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but then you
And
got...
even that changes.
Yes, exactly. It was like, this is a fucking soup at this point, trying to figure out what's what and piece it together to make it make sense. And obviously, bravo to everyone that did, especially Vision with his side with the whole death part, because that was to be able to make it make sense and piece it together in the way that it still fit with the whole storyline overall. Props to everybody that rolled with it, but it was like I can't even go into how much not only caffeine, but I legit I ordered and started taking ginkgo biloba for this arc. I'm not joking. I literally started
That's amazing.
taking daily doses of brain help because I was having so many. I was like, holy shit, this is a lot. Anyhow.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot.
I feel like I had to push the story along during Burns' vacation because I didn't want the story to just kind of sit idle for a week because that's how people get disinterested and just forget about it.
Yeah.
So in that process of me trying to push the story along, I was like, there's a lot of plot holes in what has been provided. And that's not a fault to anyone. That's just because of the information that was given already. So I was like, how can I make sense of this? And I come from a background of, I'm a big TTRPG guy. So whether it's like World of Darkness, VTM, D&D, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because of my background in that, I have learned a lot about different like folklore and mythologies and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to try to make this make more sense in a way that people can actually research and get answers.
Yeah, because Ava says Burn came back like, what the fuck happened? I
He's
like,
can't
"What?"
wait. That has got to be a question we ask when he joins. We've got to be like, what was going through your mind when you...
Especially after that
Did
vacation.
you see the clip of him finding Wrangler's note about the death shrine?
Yeah.
I did. That was great.
That one, I got wrangled.
The Prius was the only non-plot hole in the entire lore.
No, dude, that was the consistent.
Dude, that clip when Ash
was-
finds out or realizes, I guess, more that Prius is Latin. That shit was funny.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Yes, Prius is Latin. When we connected, or when you connected that dot, I was like, this is over. This is fucking. This is mic drop at this point.
Yeah,
He
the
was like,
final
"Hey,
puzzle
Ash,
piece.
You know Prius is Latin, right? And he was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was actually Ember that made that call.
Ember said that.
Yeah. And he was
That's
like, "Ah,
crazy.
you."
You guys keep going. I got to step away for a few moments. Somebody. Take
Yeah,
the-
So
you're
if we
fine.
continue like with, like after you're getting in prison or, well, okay. So are we going to continue like with the 22nd right now?
I
'Cause
think we're just
know-
leading up to it, right?
Yeah,
We're talking about the events leading up to it.
so much.
Maverick in prison, he very quickly started running the yard. And to my surprise, there was roughly 10 people that had got themselves in prison to talk to him about those events, about the 22nd, and about other shit. He was just sitting in the yard and people were like, Mr. Blackstone. And some of them I didn't even recognize. And I was like, hello? What's going on?
You still had to be a therapist in prison.
Dude, he was. Maverick is the full-time therapist.
When Ash is
if you
on
could
LOA,
remember,
yeah.
could you name those or no?
I can't, unfortunately. There was a lot of people that I, like even me out of character, I'm like, I don't remember Maverick ever interacting with these people.
Oh
But I'm
yeah,
assuming it's mostly like word of mouth of how they figured out about that.
gotcha.
Because I know Ash and Red both told us not, like, told everyone that was on the team, and then Emmy, like, those of us on the outskirts, don't mention where Mav is.
Yeah.
Someone did.
Oh yeah. I'm sure
Emmy tried
BCS
her
opened a
hardest. I know
post
people probably
celebrating.
figured it out because she's shit at lying, but because she doesn't really lie, she like will omit stuff, so she doesn't lie.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Claire. You asked something about LOA.
No, when Ash is on LOA, then Matt becomes full-time therapist.
No, see,
Yeah.
Maverick is the therapist to Ash, and Ash then gives therapy to everyone else. That's what
very
happens.
true. Yeah.
Oof.
I don't think Ash opens up to anyone except at this point the seniors, and even then some of them, and then he's been talking to Leah Evans' group a little bit, but that's kind of more just trying to find some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, though,
OOC with Ash saying that Emmy is one of his friends. She was so happy about that because she, in her mind, she thinks everyone is just dealing with her because she's Arthur's little sister and who is it? Elsa's
Elsa?
little sister. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Though I think at that point, leading up to it, with the waiting and all that, I think mainly Ash thought that by the conversation context of the last time he had talked to Death, that he might be dying, so he wanted to make sure. Oh, what's up, Ern?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello.
Welcome in.
I thought Jesus just entered the chat.
Yeah, I was so confused with that sound at first.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember how to turn that thing off, so it just plays every time I join. bit of a boomer moment.
If that's your
Um,
boomer moment, you're winning.
Yeah, that was a notification on mine. I'm like, what happened?
I know. I
Yeah,
thought I got a
the
new.
same thing.
Well,
When you
welcome,
just
Bird.
win at Twitch, I guess. But yeah, I think we're gonna ask specifically, Burn, before Mama just left. What was the experience
She's coming
after
back,
the
she's coming back.
vacation catching up?
Oh God. It was a lot. I mean, there's just so many different POVs that were going on. I didn't realize how many cooks were in the kitchen until
Oh, yeah.
I took off and was like, even while I was on vacation, I occasionally like popped in to see what is going on. And it just blew me away at like how many people were getting involved or were active in the areas, even though I wasn't even there. Like how many people were continuing the RP or like trying to piece things together, even though I wasn't there. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Good God, was I absolutely lost because everybody had all these series and would be like, yeah, this is definitely what's going on. I'm like, is that? Do I have to? Like, I'm all for yes anding, but then I was like, what do I even yes and at this point? Because there's like 15 different mythological pinpoints of different aspects of who was what and what was what deity was doing whatever, and then chat having Charlie Day Always Sunny whiteboard, with all the yarn attached. She's like, I gotta trying to piece everything together. You guys know what I'm talking about, or am I?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like coming back, was trying to just piece everything together. And then, I mean, Vision did send me a DM of some stuff that he did just to get like a basic catch up on his end. So that was pretty helpful.
All right, I am back and welcome in, Burn.
Hello.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Oh no, wait. What we had asked was just his experience catching up after the vacation.
Yes, I can imagine, bruh.
Yeah, I just essentially said way too dank.
Yeah, a lot of cooks, a lot of dishes being made.
A lot.
So
It
many.
was crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of hesitant to reach out to give that, but I feel like if I didn't, you would have been entirely lost and would have had too much to try to catch up on, and that would be borderline impossible to learn all of that through an in-character medium.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, there was several points where it's hard to decipher if somebody was just like theorizing something or was saying like this is what has been happening and what we believe,
Welcome
Yeah.
to our world.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of characters are very used to the traditional cops and robbers RP, where they had an opportunity to jump into something like this. They were like, yes, and I guess doing the yes and thing, and then trying to, I guess, perceive everything all at once. But at that point, well, what fucking Maverick was in prison and all that, so there was a lot of limited ways to get information and all that.
Oh yeah.
But definitely, a lot of people were excited to jump into that type of RP, which is why almost half the city did.
Definitely proved how many people like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now, you like me.
There was some other questions though, right? We wanted to ask just before.
Yeah. So, any of our personal questions that we want to ask as quick as possible, and then I think there was some questions from chat and whatnot. So, try to squeeze those in a little if we are able to. Oh, now we're all blanking. Now we're all blanking.
How did you find the perfect group? That's all I can say.
Well, it was all accidental, right?
Yeah,
I know,
you
it was
guys just
completely
happened
accident.
I mean, honestly, it was Maximilian that got you guys involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was the one
Yep.
just fishing by himself, and if it wasn't for Chet XDDing and be like, "Hey, you should do a weird little time loop bit and make him go insane," like, you know what, that does sound pretty funny, and then that just expanded to, oh, I do want to do some supernatural RP. This could be a good avenue for that, and then it was just kept cooking from there,
Yeah.
all because
Well,
of the Prius.
And then
He
he
noticed
Oh,
us
the
really
Prius.
well.
It's the Prius.
Oh, I guess. And then he calls the one group that handles this shit and gets them down there, and then it just took off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had figured though. Is we essentially get called on pretty much like all the supernatural stuff, so I guess it would eventually have happened, right?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Somehow,
specifically,
some
what happening specifically on Max, yeah, that was pretty much immediate tie to us.
Which is crazy because I actually had no. I mean, I didn't know who was all on the server. I think I'm like fairly. You guys have RP'd on some other servers before, right?
Yeah.
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 But as far as this group being around together, that probably, I would say it started 8 months ago, but this core group that's here now has probably been, what, 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
5 months, maybe?
Yeah, close to.
Yeah,
I got lucky.
I'll
All
ballpark that.
Emmy needed was her brother dying for her to get back in.
Hey, there you go.
Oh my god.
So-
Let's see.
The thing I'm curious about is what you had mentioned of like unsure of what to yes and to kind of push the story in a specific direction. What made you wind up going with the route of the Titans and the Chronos being the Naked Guardian, things like that? And I'm curious what your original kind of vision was for this story.
I'm gonna be honest. There wasn't really. There was ideas. There wasn't like a whole chronological Google Doc that I had designed of like, this is my magnum opus. This is what I expect to happen. I had general ideas of each deity. Like Terra was initially just supposed to be like the goddess of life and was given like to be the antithesis for death, which was the bird at the time. And then the Naked Guardian was actually an accident because you guys ran into him. Yeah, I was using the same pet as James.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this looks like a perfect kind of like Skinwalker Wendigo-y guy that would just warn people about being in the forest and trying to protect it. So I loved that pet model, but I forgot I also at the end of the time loop said that his name was James and just drifted off. And then you guys ran into him. I was like, oh no, now I got to combine this.
That might have
And so when you were mentioning the Chronos stuff, I was like, oh, that is a good idea. And the way that whole, like, the conclusion of the whole time loop stuff, initially I thought we were going to go on, do, like, the trials again. But I think the way it did end, I did not expect it to go that way, but it was perfect. I thought that was absolute cinema. With you taking the sacrifice and then restarting when you had DC'd. Oh, just a random idea I had. I was like, wait, that's perfect. Because I had no idea where you went, but you, like, played it off when you had disconnected for a couple hours and you were just gone, and then you were just there at the river.
Yeah, forgot about that with the Maverick's character, right?
Yeah. That was so good.
That
And
actually
Elliot's the one
led to an
again
entire
that
other thing.
was told everyone where Maverick was.
Yep, and I had
So-
Elliot find young James, or sorry, Adam. See, I'm already mixing it up. Young Adam, Adam, because the loop had like concluded or whatever, and so it was showing that he was freed from the loop, but somebody else now came to loop.
Maverick is the loop.
Yeah.
Maverick is.
Now that's you guys' problem.
You, bruh, the amount of shit left for this team to now clean up and wade through is
It's
ridiculous. It's fun, but it's just, we did say, I think, at the last podcast that no matter what happens, no matter how the story ends, that this group is not getting out of this unscathed, and you can see the after effects of that as of today.
Fun. Yeah, pretty
This
much.
group is fucked up right now.
Which is great. I think one thing that kind of threw me for a loop yesterday's stream, I was talking to a couple people in city, and there are people walking around going, "No, BCSO saved us," like genuinely.
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
Well,
Oh,
we
man,
knew
I also
that
gotta
was
shout
gonna-
out
We saw the
Snow.
Wendigos, and that's it.
Snow, yeah.
Because initially I was working with some of the devs to get this official like death altar in a cave, and that's why we were having this kind of like superficial altar, and you're gathering the blood to prepare for the actual altar. Because I was like, we need something in the meantime, but unfortunately, because there was they had to reprioritize for the update, they couldn't get that cave in time. But on the day of, Snow's like, hey, I actually have this. Do you want to use this for the event? And it was that whole like underground, like
Oh my
ritual
God.
altar area. I was like, this is insane. I was like, this is perfect for what they want to do. I don't know. I'm actually curious what you guys' thoughts were going into that, because that thing looked beautiful.
Cinema.
Yeah,
It's looking great.
I thought you did a really good job kind of tying in Ash's gift that he got from the in-between with the Ouija board.
Oh,
using that
Oh,
as like the
yeah.
medium to bridge the
Yes.
gap. I thought that was very well done.
yeah, that felt full circle for sure when that had happened.
It was definitely nice to see that Mav's bio brother could actually be part of that too. That was amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, wait, Maverick has a biological brother? What? Whoa.
Yep.
Wait, he does?
He does. It's crazy.
Yeah, so apparently you thought Emmy was going to be part of that group, but Royce is Mav's bio brother. So he was actually in town that day.
Oh yeah, he was the one with you guys at the end there.
hmm
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so
The one who
cool.
got the most fucked up at the end. Yeah. Well, emotionally, I guess Mav, fits the bill on the most fucked up, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
dude, he's peachy. What do you mean?
I'm
fine,
surprised that they
everything's
didn't put the
fine.
altar like way below ground, because people did find that altar shortly after. You know
Yeah.
how people be in city, they were like, "What is this?" and just started going into it. But I'm wondering is how they got out, because if they drop down to that chasm, how the fuck do you get out of there?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I guess you make a ticket, right?
Well, I mean,
kinda
it got
at that
removed
point.
after the reset, but
Yeah.
it was funny because when Snow put it in, we're like, we need, like, I can't really give you any keys. We're gonna have to figure out a way to kind of keep it barricaded so nobody just goes in there. We're like, oh, we'll just put this little coffin at the front door. And he even tried to like break into the windows, and he's like, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
People find a way, man.
We
People
were
find a way.
indeed not fine, but it's okay. I think that group would have probably done some cool stuff in there, but unfortunately, it wasn't going to be in there very long.
Oh, the Cthulhu group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I kind of headcanoned it was that was a different plane of existence than what the rest of the world was. Like, I envisioned when we got transported down there, that was somewhere else. Whether that was the underworld with Erebus or wherever else that may have been, was not Earth.
Yeah. And that's why you guys had to do the whole transportation thing. But that also made it easy on my end because taking you guys there, literally, I think you had like TACMed and like so many other people just outside that area because it was at the nudist camp. And everybody was like, so many people were there even before I started. Like, if I like, because the park was all shut down, I don't know how long they were all just patrolling Cassidy Trail, just like waiting for something to happen. I was like, oh, awkward.
They had closed it for a good while, and
Yeah. And
they were using the nudist camp as a base of operations because it was just the easiest place to hold up. But for some reason, somehow, someone got it to BCSO. Don't know how, that they were doing human sacrifices up there, so they closed it down even harder.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, I think the day of, though, it was kind of a good thing because everyone did expect something to happen at Cassidy. So the majority of, at least a good chunk of people that wanted to be involved were all stationed over there at the entrance to Cassidy Creek. And it was kind of like kept them busy and a little bit out of the way so that it didn't have a spillover into whatever final scenes were going to take place with the rest of the group. With
Yeah.
death and whatnot.
And I will say, the one guy you found, the one EMT you found, and you were trying to like give him something, and he's the one that got called off duty because he saw you and talked to you. He was
Wait, he
actually
actually
a
did?
formal Talon agent.
He did, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the
I
one
was
guy
trying to
saying,
prevent
"Hey,"
people from getting called off duty.
I think because they were so scared of people going crazy because of the Wendigos.
Yeah, but I also think he was making calls saying he was gonna get other people off duty. And then I thought he was the higher up, but I guess he wasn't. And so-
No, well, you found another former person that was tied to the group. So it was really funny that you're finding these people that are really intimately tied with the groups.
Yeah. I feel like every time someone interacts with one of the peds of like death and all that, Ash gets a call and goes, "Oh, you know that thing you've been talking about? Yeah, I just saw it."
And they knew Emmy was balanced, and they're like, "Hey, what do I do? How do I make him stop?"
Oh,
It's always full circle. The city.
yeah.
is
I
very
wish I had
small.
2 PCs there because there's so many relatively like inconclusive things that kind of conspired. I kind of felt bad for, I guess, Emmy and the others. I wanted to give you guys some
Well,
RP.
No, so we did because Emmy's not part of the group. She's not trained yet or anything. So she's the tag along.
Well, yes, but her involvement with the storyline towards the end still, I think, is what he's referring to. With being
Yeah, but
her
we-
Maybe was a
were-
huge player in that.
We were
Yeah.
watching above, trying to keep tabs on what was happening. So if something really hit the fan up above, then we could hopefully message the group that you had in the underworld, or wherever it was. So if they came back, it's not a huge surprise. All I was getting was pictures from Emmy's friends with Wendigos with alien ray guns.
that was great.
Saw that.
That was amazing. I called Perry. I'm like, "Why are you up there camping? How did you get there?" He's like, we watched something happen." He sends like 6 pictures of, I guess it was of course one of the devs jumping around with an alien ray gun, and then I find out about Salem, the dog.
Oh
everything-
gosh,
oh.
yeah, Salem.
It was
Someone
fun.
said that.
It was fun to watch. I mean, Emmy's going through her own emotional turmoil because as balanced, she felt like she couldn't do anything until shit hit the fan. So she felt like she failed everybody.
Sag.
Someone had asked if you does anyone think that this changed the perspective of Paranormal RP on the server? Definitely. Usually Ash goes hunting on his own in bogs and all that. I usually would have to wait for a dev to get bored and do something, or I would be RPing bugs that I am saying is paranormal, like where people
Yeah.
are just kind of disappearing, falling through walls and stuff.
Glitches and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
feel like a lot more devs have been doing it more now.
And I was going to ask Byrne on the day of, I know you had some help with at least one. Did you get at least a couple of devs to help you out that day, or was it just Reed?
Oh, there were several admins.
Or
Oh,
We
thank
had
God.
a little
Yeah.
chat because I was like, I mean, it actually worked off perfectly. When all the like the Civ people and a lot of like Terra's followers, they're having that like peaceful protest just outside Cassidy,
Mhm.
and gave them like an objective to defend the Palomino Highlands, and then having some admins play as Wendigos so that the Civs had like their own little territory to defend, so they weren't like completely left out. Because I don't think you could have had both civs interacting with PD, fighting against Wendigos. They had Cassidy locked down pretty hard, so
They did.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that was actually really cool that we were able to do that. But yeah, so shout out big time to a lot of the admins and some of the devs that were there on deck, waiting to help.
Seeing that shootout happen, like start was there's so many firefights.
There was a lot going on all at one time, and it, I think, just added to the entire overall feeling of, yeah, this is the end of the world, and if we don't do this right, it is going to ruin everything. And it added that extra layer of, oh shit, this is the real deal. But also, I wanted to give Burn yourself a shout out for navigating all of this over the last several times that you've been able to pop in and add to the story. Going back and forth between all the characters and keeping track of the lore that's been building around each character, and just the way that you navigated that and held it down and didn't lose your cool. Big props to you on that. And then my next question also, do you have plans to continue hopping in and doing that kind of stuff on the server?
Like supernatural wise,
Or anything, just being able to participate in any kind of admin work that brings RP to people.
Oh heck yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
I mean, that whole arc kind of reinvigorated a lot of love for RP for sure. You can't do like supernatural stuff all the time, so probably won't be cooking that until.
Oh,
maybe
we know. We're already
October.
dealing with a stalker.
Oh.
No, but the
In character stalker that we're.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We're going
The,
beast mode.
concept of DMing, though, I guess for lack of a better term, in a GTA server, I've seen, I guess, other creators do on this server specifically. It definitely makes it feel fresh.
Yes,
yeah.
it
DMing is the
does.
right term, probably, right?
It does. It really does. It's
Yeah.
not something you see on every, like we've already mentioned earlier. Most people watching GTA are expecting cops and robbers, and what they have been watching over the last couple of months with this is completely different. It's unique, and it's nice to see that there's an audience out there that craves it and that wants to watch this kind of stuff, especially on a GTA server of all things. So it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was refreshing to see RP that didn't involve Grand Theft or Auto. You know? And that can be hard to do because a lot of the base of the game revolves around those mechanics.
It
you know?
does.
100%. I
And
mean,
so that's why it was so refreshing to see you guys just pulling RP out of your butts, trying your best to like do things within that world that could be very confining at times.
Yes. Bern, are you watching any particular person's stream right now?
Yes.
So
Yes. I have
'cause
yours open. I think.
yours, mine. Okay. She's not able to join the call right today, unfortunately, but she wanted to make sure that we let you know that Elsa has some choice words for this bitch. Exact words she wanted to tell you. Okay. Okay.
Excuse me? Am I
We'll
this
see.
big?
Yes.
I think what maybe you have done to her character, I have no idea what
Yeah,
the setup
it's-
is. I've been
it's-
not metting at all.
You might have fucked her a little bit, but yeah, she wanted to make sure you knew that. All right, we're good. Move on.
What was it? The only thing I think I know in City is the fact that you were like, if you don't want this to happen or something like that, you use the pet specifically with the. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have the photo of it. The burnt woman and all that.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep. And
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
crazy, what is even more crazy is that recently she was scalped. So she was
Oh,
bald.
Cat Tim.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Bob-
gosh.
Yes.
Lost
so,
her eye.
Yeah,
lost-
which
yeah.
was perfect for
Yep.
what I was doing to her, and then things just got so dank I didn't really get to fully flesh that.
Yeah, she's
or,
been
you know, wrap that up.
holding it down with Bobcat Tim because he's terrorized Emmy. He's scalped her. he's being he's being hunted by at least 20 ladies. Damn server now.
Oh my god.
Almost like Maverick up in that server now.
What?
Not in a good
Yeah.
way. Not in a good way. Yeah, Maverick has the
Hey.
harem. Bobcat Tim has the riot.
Excuse me?
Oh, you don't know?
Bobcat Tim.
No, I don't
Oh,
know the
Mav.
harem. What?
Oh yeah, Mav has like at least 20 ladies lusting for.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, right. Right after you came out of prison, how many missed calls and texts? What was it?
It was disgusting.
I love the ignorance, the intentional ignorance of the character when it comes to that shit. It's like I don't
So
want
what
to
are you
deal with
talking
this.
about?
I don't want to deal with this, so I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. That's pretty much
Even
it. Like,
Gamer says even Salem the dog is after Mav.
Oh god. What?
It's a
I
very
know
big-
that where Leah Evans was planning on doing a day auction and wanted to ask Mav if he would do it. So I can't wait to see that scene of
already gonna
the
happen for
people
the Yellow
at the
Jack.
bidding war and all that. Yeah, the yellow jack
Bruh.
specifically. That's what I'm talking about. If you want that dive bar, man, that's the only way to get it. You have
That's the only
do
way to get it.
auction.
Mav gonna have to sacrifice himself a second time, y'all. A third time now, actually.
We somehow get
Just
the
for that
Naked
bar.
Guardian as someone to be auctioned off.
Oh, the Naked Guardian would be high.
All right.
Out of curiosity, Burn, why, like, what was the thought process of you playing all sides of this? Like, was there not any people that you wanted or could have reached out to in the beginning to have more congruitive storytelling at the end? Because I know you were having to bounce around a lot, and I think you did as best as you could with that, especially come the 22nd, bouncing around to all sides.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
going back, if you could have, let's say, like recast some of the characters, would you have?
Probably. The issue with that sometimes is not getting like full updates on stuff. I will say as Zaranthia, he was the dude that played the artisan, and he was helping me a lot with. He made like the daggers and stuff.
He was
So he was
amazing.
like one of the devs that was like heavily involved in it. But like I also didn't know many of the devs at all or the admin team, so I didn't really. I just had like a basic idea, and I was kind of just sandboxing it myself. I didn't really have any contacts to be like, hey, or would you guys be interested in doing this? Also, like time zone stuff. Everybody's kind of all over the place, but I think Zaire was around a lot during like the shifts that I wasn't. Kind of keep that story going.
did
That
really good.
guy is amazing. I hope we see more of him because I'm so impressed by that guy.
His voice acting and is just able
Yeah,
to.
he does a
is
great job.
Yeah, when
But-
he first started talking to Emmy, I was like, "This fucking Burn. Why are you here? You should be on. You're on vacation. Get out of here."
Actually, didn't get to interact with that character, I think, but I heard a lot of good things about the artisan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else did he play? The artisan, and then what else?
I think he played kind of like an old Naked Guardian-esque looking guy that was a Wendigo, I believe, and played some Wendigos.
Yes, Red ran into that guy up at the shrine,
He
and
plays guitar.
Yes.
yeah,
People
Huh.
were telling they thought he was the Naked Guardian for a hot minute.
yeah,
But
that
people have
guy.
not-
Well, so when I heard him, I was like, "You aren't the Naked Guardian." It's like you could tell it was really close to James's voice, but it was something a little off about it. And it's like, "You aren't the Naked Guardian. Who are you?"
Yeah, he's also bald. James not.
Yeah, but to circle back to, sorry, I'm so used to calling you Maverick. Visions.
Vision.
Question. I as someone also said in chat, I actually did not expect it to get as big as it did. I thought I was like just gonna be your group. I was like, okay, I can probably contain that. That's probably fine.
Yeah.
But I'm all for like enabling RP for others and giving people opportunity to RP around it. And there was just so many people that were interested or wanting to get involved, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try my best. And then I was like, oh man, there's a lot going on. So I think some people unfortunately got a bit of a short end of the stick on some moments, which I felt bad about. But
I mean, you can't control it all because everyone else also build up their own RP.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you were basically providing, you were DMing RP, the RP for almost the whole server, in a sense. Like everyone was
especially on
wanting to
that
get
day.
involved. Yeah, especially on that day. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
good
it
work.
felt like initially it was like I was playing D&D and I had like 4 to 5 players. I was like, this is nice. I could do this. And I'm
So
a
you were
sucker
playing
for
it live on Twitch, and then you had
Yeah. And I'm a sucker for voices and playing characters, and so being able to play multiple characters is fun, and it's a good way for me to kind of like be aware of the whole overarching storyline, kind of piece things together
Yeah.
on all fronts. But yeah, when it just became like 20 to 50 to 100 players or whatever, I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
when you
Oh.
legit had groups.
I think it was well over 100 that were involved, right? I would
I don't have
say-
like a actual number, but there were a lot
Just
of
the
people.
day
There was a
of.
good 60 or 70 I felt
Yeah.
at Cassidy, because that's where
alone. Yeah.
our group was watching.
Yeah,
keeping
If
track.
you're
alone.
counting badges that are inherently involved because they have to keep order, then yeah, definitely over 100.
Yeah.
Which there were a lot. I mean, I was surprised to hear that the BCSO, I think, open fired on the protest before the Wendigos jumped in.
It was weird. Like, people tried to. There's conflicting stories. I still don't know who did the first shot, because I was there when it happened. Those shots came almost exactly at the same time.
Huh.
From one side to the other. And the blocks were there. So you know when the blocks are there. There's
The
gonna be shots.
blocks were there?
Yeah. Blocky was there.
Wow, that's crazy.
But from her, like, Momo got shot by BCSO because she said someone was trying to fight a Wendigo and the BCSO were trying to stop them or something. It's weird.
Deadbush says that
Interesting.
even Space Boy got involved. That's crazy. How
I didn't see
fun.
that.
How fun. And I don't know, I think it kind of was already implied, but just in case we didn't come right out and say it, big shout out to Snow for saying yes
Oh,
to all
yeah.
that stuff that he said yes to for this to even happen at the very beginning. Having gone back and watched a little bit of Burn's stream, having Snow in chat, and he's like, Snow, can I do this? Snow, can I do this? And it was just cool that he was like, yeah, go for it. It was nice.
Big shout
Especially
out
with
to Snow.
Supernatural RP, it can be very
It's
hard.
touch and go.
And
Yeah, it's
There's
touch and
always
it
a
was
line to walk.
notably very difficult, especially when Maverick got arrested. It was like, what can we actually do here?
Yeah.
Because then the laws of the city kind of supersede the supernatural at that point.
Always.
You kind of have to let it play out.
When
which
is
kind of-
Matt's court date?
The 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
gonna
out
be
to Snow for
interesting.
attacking me on top of that mountain.
Watching your body and
That
then
was
that
so
cat
good.
body fall was amazing.
That was so good. That was so good.
I was like, I think I did it, guys, and then just see the fucking mountain lion running at me. I'm like, I probably didn't then.
I am curious though, like if let's say this was a server that was much more geared towards the supernatural, to where like it could intercede with law and stuff like that. What would have been the outcome when Wrangler rolled up to the shrine after Maverick had bloodletted that guy? Like, what would you have done with that?
Well. There were a lot. There was more than just Wrangler there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was On Fire and a couple of others.
I probably would have had some, like, I would either lit you ablaze and lifted you up in the air and just had like a ominous voice, bells tolling, saying that they're messing with affairs that are beyond their comprehension.
Yeah.
Possibly even show up as Death for a moment.
Wrangler wants Death to be a witness.
I was just gonna say that. Can Death be a witness for Mav? Can he? Can he?
He's my employee. He is just following orders. All right.
And I mean,
Death
I
is
even
my
tried to
lawyer.
do something at the doctor's place, but I couldn't spawn like actual, like, you have to actually be like locked in to be a doctor. So I couldn't just like RP my way like, oh yes, I'm Dr. Death just coming through helping a client. And I also didn't have any way to free you of handcuffs. Well, actually no, I think I did. It was I had to spawn in like some cuff keys So there was that.
Once you got cuffed, that got really fucked.
Oh yeah, because you actually can't uncuff yourself.
That's
So,
crazy.
Which is
yeah, that was
crazy.
very awkward. It happened before.
I know that one thing I'm like a broken record on with my chat for doing Supernatural RP for so long is that you want to at all costs keep it out of the courtroom because you don't want to affect their RP over there because it kind of ruins it for them. So you always want to make sure it's out of there, specifically because it gets really convoluted once that happens.
How do you explain to someone about like a blood sacrifice to make sure the world
Yep.
doesn't end?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought your argument
mean-
was pretty good with the bloodletting, but yeah.
Wrangler
Definitely
versus Death court case.
Death got wrangled.
Yeah, that was amazing. From what that note that Wrangler left, it sounded like Wrangler just took it, not BCS. So
Well, it
I'm
is in his
imagining
trunk,
it in his
right?
living room. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. It's like it's now in his living room somewhere. It's like, this is mine now. It's
It's his coffee table.
mine. Oh,
So
The
who
Rangers
does have
did
the
amazing.
axe?
Huh?
Who does have the axe? The weapon. Did that ever get concluded, or
I think
Vision?
it's
Do you
the-
know?
I think Burn would be able to better answer that. Because the last thing that I and Maverick know about that is when he sent Death to go fuck with the person that stole the axe.
Yes, I did do that. I don't think the axe ever returned.
No.
In
Yes,
my
I do.
in
It's
my
still in
head canon,
evidence.
it's more so whoever is like wielding the axe, the powers are going to be different. Like it's just like a normal axe to an average person. Maybe there's a little like affliction that can happen, but I didn't want to like force supernatural RP on somebody. It was more like if Maverick was wielding it, he would possess the power of death or whatever, be that agent.
Yeah,
Just
having
use
a
the balance
combination of the
dagger.
mark and the axe probably would be the best way to explain that away. And then if someone doesn't have it, then it's just kind of maybe you get a cold, like cold.
you get a stomach bug.
That is funny though.
My headcanon with that is it would have acted very similar to like a soul-bound weapon, or like a for you
Yeah.
that played D&D. Like if you're a warlock, you're a Pact of the Blade, you can just summon
Yeah.
it and dismiss it from a like liminal space. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Like once they confiscated the axe, it's just gonna return to him eventually. If he wanted to resummon it, he could.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I felt with like almost all the weapons. The person who got it, that is theirs. Like their soul.
Yeah, like the
tied to it. 'Cause
daggers and
that's-
everything.
Yeah, because from what the artisan or how do we say his name? I've been calling him X in my head this whole time because I
It was
can't
just
say it.
the
I
artist.
think it's
Yeah.
Zerthavia is the dev that
yeah.
you're referring to.
So the way he described it is it tunes the. So basically, it's basically a part of you. So how I had Imi playing is like it's another part of like another limb. It feels gone because right now Mav has it because she's not being corrupted by it. It's more feeling it's making her feel bad because she's making herself feel bad. So it's just feeding off each other.
Yeah. I know that go ahead, Mama.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and I love the fact that Red still just has a Molotov.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that you do have that.
Hey, it's not the bottle; it's what's inside the bottle, right?
Exactly.
Grandpa Joe somehow got C4, so just have it upgrade.
What? Really?
Oh yeah, that's why he went to prison for 24 months.
Gotcha. I know that speaking on headcanon, the whole thing with the altar existing afterwards, I think Ash was just kind of telling people that like you would need permission from the entity itself to enter that, and if you don't, and you're like I guess trespassing, it can only lead to like bad things. So like, the headcanon's been strong lately. Just having to like set it straight for people. But yeah, the
fun.
questions specifically and the thing, I'm trying to see what people were asking in the Discord.
I just went through the Discord. There weren't a whole lot of questions directed at Burn that we haven't already asked. So we can, if you guys go slow, don't overwhelm the chat because we're going to try our best to keep up with it. But if you guys do have some questions for Burn before he has to dip, feel free to start asking those questions now. Matrix
What
wants
was
to
your favorite
know
part of the story?
motherfucker.
what is your favorite part of the story?
When it ended. No.
Facts.
Oh man. Honestly, I feel like running into you guys in the beginning was just I don't know, just that just spearheaded everything into the direction that it did, and it wouldn't have happened if I didn't run into your group to begin with. I don't think the RP would have gone as the way it went and went as well as it did if it wasn't for you guys' RP in your group.
Can you hit Bloom
Blaze
with
alert.
more cars?
And the Prius stuff, all because one chatter or were memeing about me saying Prius sounding like Prius, and then that becoming
so-
canon.
That was so
Good
fucking
stuff.
amazing.
The
That was
radio
such a
bit
running
had
off
me
of that.
dying.
Oh yeah, the radio.
The radio bit I was so not ready for.
What's the next part Burns gonna play? I think we're getting a filler arc, right? After this, we're gonna have a long filler arc.
What are we,
Nothing's
Naruto?
gonna happen.
Yeah. I think nothing's gonna happen. We're chilling for a bit.
When's
We have
part two
Talon
filler
has
arc,
enough fucking stuff on their plate right now.
Yeah.
Well, so Sunny is asking it a different way. Would Burn return to take part in some Supernatural RP with this group in the future?
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So that's a better way to ask it. What was your
Yeah, I
favorite
know the group
skin
doesn't-
to wear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, somebody else was asking what was your favorite skin to wear? But I cut you
Skin.
off, so
Spooky.
I think
No, you're fine.
My own, I think. Honestly, I really loved the bird.
The bird was great.
that bird was fucking.
The bird was a lot of fun. It looked cool. I loved his presence. But I also really liked the balance mod. Oh, God, I kind of liked them all, to be honest. But if I had to narrow it down, I think balance looked really cool. And death itself looked sick. Or, I forgot the demon's name. Was it
Oh,
a big fan.
Erebus.
Yeah, Erebus. Just that pad looked so
That
good.
head was actually really nicely done. Like, it looked like it had
Well,
mouths.
yeah, and
mouths.
shout out for them bringing all those peds and stuff into the server for this story alone. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
sick.
On expedited
Yeah.
service too.
On
Those got added super
expedited.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them on a website. I was like, "Can we get these?" Like, I'm
Boom.
not
Boom, next
sure.
day.
He's like, "Yeah, I can do it."
As someone who
Alright.
doesn't know anything back end stuff, I'm just like, oh, just hit click button, download. I don't know how long it takes normally, so I'm so sorry.
I think some models can be very scuffed and not like optimized, or have like a super high poly count, and that can
Oh,
be an issue.
I had heard about this scene in City where Death got coddled by Leah Evans and was being whispered to or something like that. I thought that was pretty funny. I think you couldn't like move past something, and so she had to carry you or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When Leah
Also, the
and
amount of
Death get a
times
next date.
the amount of times I scuffed at that like fake death altar, because the bird will always die in the water. Like any animal pet will insta die unless it's
What?
like a shark.
One
Nah.
health point.
Yeah.
it is fun to watch the pet devs and you would try to fly away. It's like not like I try not to look at it so it doesn't break the illusion, but just hearing a plop
Yeah.
after it takes flight. I'm
That
like,
happened
okay,
many times.
uh huh.
Oh yeah.
The bird sitting on the prison as he was getting out was Jessica's though.
Oh, that was cinema. Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah, that
great.
was a nice little bonus little bit. I was afraid I wasn't gonna be around.
Yeah, finally got that bail money. I was working.
That was
Everyone
amazing.
was.
Oh my gosh, that was cool.
500
I was
grand in under a day is crazy.
It was
Yeah.
no, it was like in under 2 hours, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We got 500K together in like 2 hours for his bail.
Ash found the fan club, man. He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
Dragon
"This
and
is the
David helped
Matt
a
fan
lot.
club. I needed money."
Everyone's poor right now, but you know, it
it's
is what
okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Somebody
Burn
asked-
is death romanceable.
Where's that? Oh, I
Golden.
thought that was. Naru that asked that or something. Just like came in and asked.
No, that's Golden. He
Probably
plays
asked
Sky
for
with
her,
our guys.
probably.
I mean, Leah definitely hope so.
Definitely trying to get the experience points to get down that dialogue tree for sure.
Kit Kat is asking how many voices roughly can you do, Burn?
At least 3.
For
well,
sure.
obviously.
I don't know. I've never really counted. And you can have so many different like variable voices just by changing your pitch or your cadence. You don't even have to put up an accent. So
I'm sure you see the pet first and then try to mold the voice to them.
yeah.
Yeah. All of them. Yeah, that's probably the right answer. All of them.
No, there are far more gifted people out there. I'm just
Yeah.
Oh, have you heard all of Vision's voices?
Vision's impression of
What?
the Naked Guardian, I thought was pretty good.
He's
Yeah,
actually
people
up there
keep
with you.
accidentally thinking that I'm you. That keeps happening.
W. I'll take it. I'll take
Has he heard the
bassy
Cat
voice.
Williams?
Dude, the Cat Williams is something special, man.
So freaking great, man.
Which one?
Cat Williams?
The Cat Williams one, dude.
Yeah, my homeless pimp character that sounds like Cat Williams.
Ah,
I
you
love
No
it.
shot.
It's
said
such
that
a
one.
good one.
You haven't heard that.
I don't think I have.
It's so good.
I need
Besides
water.
that radio voice, that is my favorite.
The radio voice is amazing.
Dude, Mr. McFunnin is so great. No one loves that guy. He gets no love.
What are you talking about?
In love right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Let's see.
Give him. Look, you have an audience. Give him the floor.
What, the Cat Williams?
No, the radio voice.
Dance, monkey,
Oh,
dance.
Yeah,
Dance.
dance.
Dance, monkey.
Yeah, I guess the fire's under feet. Hold on.
You don't
We'll
have
do the
to.
Cat Williams first.
There's clips too.
Oh yeah.
There's always clips playing, no matter where you go. Name's Damien Hale. Bitch, what you say?
Love it when a very deep, bassy voice can just pitch up several octaves, and you're like, wait, where'd that come from?
That's
Actually, would have
fucking
loved
amazing.
for that to have been mapped during the time he was under the deaths. What is it, Mark? Just changing into that would have been Chef's Kiss.
That would be the general's
Now
voice.
listen. We need blood for Terra sacrifice. Now you can give that shit willingly or can take it forcefully, player. The choice is yours.
God.
I'm crying right now.
Does it?
That is so
Play
good.
with the pimp.
I told you it's amazing.
So fucking good.
Good.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, especially in the beginning, watching those clips back where you're like, they're going the wrong way. They're going the wrong way. I was looking at that right now. It's like they're supposed to be over here, but they're not. I'm only assuming with many other people that was happening just in an insane level, right?
Oh.
I will say just a huge shout out. Your chat and viewers are fucking amazing.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
100. Yes.
They are
Yeah,
some of
but
the
it's
so
kindest
nice.
people.
You have a sick ass community. Like 100% awesome.
Hey, you just let them type a 3-letter word every now and then, and let them meme a bit, and they're very wholesome,
Yeah, they do pick on
Right,
you a
guys?
bit, but
right?
Big
They
right.
literally are some of the sweetest people. Okay.
Oh, it's happening.
Please praise
It's
us
happening.
more. Oh, you guys are too much. Oh goodness. And, all right. Do we have any more questions that people want to toss out real quick?
I thought the 3-letter word was gonna be ERP.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that
They-
comes after. That comes after.
Yeah, they always bring that
What do you
up.
think
where
I do
they're
all
like-
this time I'm offline?
Yeah, they're like, oh no, Burns not online. He's offline ERP, and I'm like, okay.
You're the one that put the picking up clothes from Bush scene.
I heard about that.
Oh, did you guys
You
hear about
watched
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys know who those people were?
No.
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 Oh my god.
I heard that you watched the Walk of Shame and everything.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know if they actually, Couldn't definitely they were doing something for sure.
Only Fade to Black. That's the only ERP we allow on this Christian server.
My chat specifically has been demanding I change my license plate to ER Prius.
Nice.
No fucking way.
Oh, Rain has one question for Burn. What? Oh fuck! I lost it. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
What do you
to take a
do?
breather?
Yeah. What do you do to
After all
take
the
a breather
craziness.
after all the craziness? Play not a serious character.
Hello, motherfucker.
I do that.
Yeah. Play not a serious character or just play some other games.
Yeah. Switch to Wax. He's a surfer, bro. Homeless.
I hate him.
Homeless.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
asking. Max is asking, when is Burn going to try to make a normal hunter and join the Talon team?
Oh no, dude, that would be it'd take up all your time. Trust me.
How do you like being
Yeah.
on your phone?
Yeah.
Brandon,
I mean, I got to
your-
witness Ash's management of all that.
Oh yeah.
And he just got into that role because the former boss was murdered a few weeks before.
Yeah.
Maybe
Always
maybe
fun.
come October, you never know. But I'll definitely be fiending for. a lot of
I heard you
supernatural
have an
stuff.
idea for October.
Yeah, that's me, the phone guy, right there.
Yeah, got quite a few ideas.
If
there
it's
might
the
be.
one I heard about, I am liking that.
Oh, I don't know.
Summer camp slasher.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of the map devs was the guy that helped me make Camp RP, and he sent me a DM. And he's like, "Hey, we could probably bring this back." I was like, "Ooh,
That'd be fun.
That would be
Oh,
fun.
I was gonna say that I think something that I had to set the story straight for a lot of people jumping in is the group deals with more the unnatural rather than just specifically the supernatural. So like a lot of like serial killers that the cops just really don't care on getting and all that, we also get tossed on our plate as well. Especially
That's
the
why
more
we're
creepy
dealing
ones.
with those stalkers, like right now with Cassidy Brown's character
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we've got everybody with the different experience in different areas that handle a lot of different types of cases that come on board. So
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot because a lot of your viewers they didn't see the humane labs arc.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Vanderbilt case with it was all humane labs with this. It was an amazing case. Very intricate, very detailed. The evidence that was being found and like coded message, like ciphered messages we had to use ciphers to decode, and it was really a lot of fun. It was well thought out and a lot of work went into it on both sides. So, but yeah, we do like
Probably.
that kind of stuff too.
Probably the last big case before this one, right? Like really
Mm-hmm.
big. Oh, there's the mansion too. But besides that,
Yeah. So Vanderbilt.
We don't
was
talk about the mansion.
Vanderbilt was the case that started Talon Investigations. That's how Talon Investigations came about. And then it was the mansion and the governor. That was the second big case. And then this has been the third biggest case, I should say. Not only, but the third biggest case that we've taken on was this arc.
question for Mav in the chat.
Let me look.
Was he making a pentagram with the ice placements?
Yep. There is a lot of things that my character has lore-wise that kind of got pushed back after the mark got in place. Not even just Bolingbroke, but with the mark. Because Maverick is, without saying too much, he already had a bit of a soul affliction. So having two things happening simultaneously, I kind of had to prioritize one over the other. So that still can happen and probably will. It's
And
just a matter of time.
We're keeping an eye on that too, because that last location is still yet to be determined. As a matter of fact, for chat, I will pull this up for you guys so that you can watch. You can keep talking. I'm just going to show them if anyone isn't aware of what it looks like. That
the
last
pentagram,
location,
yeah.
the last
Lord.
location is not confirmed. We're just guessing it's going to be in a general area. But
That was
yeah.
fun to do
Also-
while we were waiting.
I'm curious, Bern, a lot of people have been asking you questions. Do you have any questions as far as like how things went on our side or just general background questions about how we interacted with the story, anything like that?
I'm curious what you guys' relations are outside of RP? Like, how did you guys all come together? Was it
I have
through
no idea
RP?
who these people are.
Yeah.
It
All
was
in
through
City.
RP. None of us knew each other prior to Unscripted, except the only person that my character knew prior was Jen Sato, who's a BCSO. And I come from a different city with her. But our group met through Unscripted, through RP, and it started with Red and Arthur. And then another senior who's no longer with us was just Prudence. And then Ash got brought on board, I want to say December-ish is when we met Ash and got to know him. Shortly after that was Elsa, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yep.
And
With Emmy.
then- With
Ayo.
Emmy.
But not on the team, but like in the
Just knowing who they were, right? And then after that was Elliot, and then Jesse,
There's a lot of
and
names.
then Maverick. And then
Technically, Maverick had known Arthur, the original leader of the group, before all the other characters, so that's how he kind of got roped into it.
that's true.
Oh, he got
That's
roped
true.
in.
Yep.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So the team has been slowly building over the last, I would say, 9 months. But everyone has met each other, to my understanding, in RP, in this server.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just like-minded people, I guess.
Very much so. We have been saying that for a while now, that we have all considered ourselves so lucky that our group has found each other, even if it's been a slow building process. The caliber of the RP that everyone brings to this group, and the stories, the slow burn RP, and everything that we could ever want to in another relationship in RP, to be able to have that friendship and build that story with. The fact that we've all found each other and it was all random, but at the same time it just worked out so perfectly. And we've said for a while now that we were so lucky that we were able to find this group the way that we did, and that it's worked out so well, because the RP that has been coming out of this group has just been incredible. Even prior to this arc, it has been incredible with these people.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome to witness. That's cool. I wasn't sure because it almost felt like you guys were. I thought you guys were actually like a D&D group. Like you guys played D&D outside of RP, and you guys were like, hey, we should all RP together. That was what I was thinking in my head.
Hello, motherfucker.
It's cool. You guys
D&D,
just all-
yes, just not together.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
I
all
think-
have.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because I mean, you guys all do the roles within RP, which I think is really cool.
I just wish you didn't have the animation. That's all I wish.
Ah, yes. The non-animation roles would be the only thing I need at this point.
The only caveat to that is then people can / me the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Just have their head twitch or something.
Yeah, like a little
Just
quick.
don't want them.
Like a
rolling.
Put me back
thinking,
in my animation that I was before. That's what I want. But I want to look like I'm sitting cute again. Okay, I gotta look cutesy.
I think someone had asked what was your greatest creative RP heartbreak, but I think someone answered and said it's definitely Terry Pizza.
Oh,
Fuck is Terry Pizza?
you don't want to know.
What?
Listen, how can you not know about Terry Pizza?
Come on, Terry.
I'm on a
Pizza.
diet, man. I got no pizza near me. What?
Yeah,
Just
no.
like the most Jersey Shore fucking guy.
I don't know the go.
Yeah, it was all just a meme in my chat to deliver a pizza to the top of Chiliad, and I think they actually controlled them at one point. It's during a subathon like a couple years ago. I had
Oh, wow.
found out a way to make chat, like you know how there was like a Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like Twitch plays GTA, and they like controlled the character.
That's
Did
crazy.
it? I think we did
You gotta go
eventually
up
actually
Chiliad.
deliver it to the top of Mount Chiliad. But
Holy
they just
crap.
meme that's their favorite character of all time. And he just essentially delivers pizza. That was it. But biggest creative heartbreak would probably be when I first got my little raccoon pet, and I was wanting. That was like the first time I was ever wanting to make like a cop-ish character. So everybody was like very excited to see what I do. I had this little furry character, and I was like, I'm gonna be the like PD mascot, and it just looked like a Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, but I called him Robbie Racket, and he just wanted to be a canine unit so bad. Unfortunately, that got canned, so I didn't get to really enjoy that to its full fruits. I was really looking forward to it.
The Racket Salem duo would have been amazing.
Oh well, I mean, I could probably do that on this server. It's just a
Oh, was it NoPixel?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, poor little raccoon.
Yeah.
Well, at least
It's
you
okay.
had fun with
It
Salem,
happens.
it sounded like. I mean, you did almost kill a dog. So,
True.
damn.
From what I've heard in City, that dog gets in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, that dog is. I don't know if I keep messing with that dog. I don't know if they're gonna make it out.
We gotta protect Salem now. That's one thing in video games. Don't kill the dog.
Oh, is that why the furry meme is a thing? Is it Racket? Or at least when people were jumping into my chat, they were saying that, and I was like, "What?" Because
They were calling you a
there's
furry?
Yeah, well, in City, Bones, the governor, calls our group a bunch of furries as well.
Yes.
What?
We're referred to as the furry group.
Yeah.
Yeah, a racket is actually a furry. It's just a guy in a fursuit.
Ah,
So,
very small man.
but also like people were all calling Wendigos furries. So.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, I did like how you saw some of the characters who just straight up did not believe in any of this stuff and stay true to their morals on that. Just
Yeah.
it was-
Gotta give him props
I
for that too.
refuse. They are furries. Yeah, a lot of people did do that.
Was there any questions that were posted in the chat that we might have missed? Because chat was flying for a bit there. If you could repost your question if it didn't get answered, that'd be great. They call
I'm
the
checking right
DOJ calls the Talon group cultists. So that doesn't
Yeah,
surprise
yeah.
me at all.
That is a thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Why do you think
that-
Emmy keeps yelling it's not a cult when someone says we have matching tattoos?
To be fair, OOC, the leader does will the Grimoire and all that stuff. So
listen, those tattoos that they're you know what I'm saying? They serve a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
we've never done
Yeah.
anything wrong. You're right. It's kind of a cult, kind of.
No, Rain, stop it. You're part of this too.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
the craziest
Bad
thing too. Is when I was gone, because that was when like PD started getting involved, so you kind of got to see an outsider's perspective of how crazy everyone sounded and seemed. It's like, wow, this actually is a cult. Because when you're in it, you don't really realize how cooked it is.
Yeah.
Or like your character just be like, yeah, we sacrificed somebody in the water, so in the river, so they could be cleansed. We're doing some offerings here on this shrine. We're talking to a deer. We're like, what?
The bird told me to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
bird
that
with
was
the skull
just-
head told me to kill people.
I
don't know, man.
Yeah, and that's all like Ember's group and stuff that I'm dealing with.
I was
All
gonna
that
say.
and Talon's group are like not even involved. I'm like,
Exactly. That was all those other people off to the side. That wasn't.
There was a
us.
lot
Yeah,
of
Luke-
sacrifices. I've never been there for one. I've been there for one, but I was out in the back.
Mav wasn't sacrificing people. He was just asking for their blood and they were willingly giving it to him. Am I correct in
Yeah, he
that?
just
were
manipulated
donations.
everyone into thinking he was doing what was right, and he
Yeah,
was.
they were blood donations.
yeah, the most
there.
he's ever done is take Cassidy Brown's thumb and he
Yeah, well.
asked first.
She broke the contract. Get fucked, dude.
What's very funny to me is when Ash and Mav were waiting for their turn at that point, because it was like a fucking line to talk to James. Them like looking away and seeing that guy getting lit on fire in front of the altar at Terra was hilarious. It's like I'm not seeing anything, just looking away. Just a little bit of terrorism. Yeah, cult stuff is terrorism in the city.
Yeah.
Everything is terrorism in this city.
Yeah,
What-
facts.
You breathe too close to a officer's car. Terrorism.
You're advancing an ideology, man. You're getting fucking locked up for terrorism.
The ideology thing kind of threw me for a loop because if they wanted to push that, they can hit a lot of people with that. James Randall is a Cole, probably.
He's the leader. It's fine.
Vision, there's a question from Sandy Devil. I think you should probably answer that one.
Is there anything gonna happen now that Death is free? I mean, he kind of won, right? So, Burn, yeah, this is something that you don't even know yet, so you should probably fill in about this. Maverick's plan is to kill Erebus. He already killed 2 gods, so he's like, you know what? Might as well get the last player off the chessboard.
Okay.
That's
Obtains
what-
meta
Balance
power
here.
games to win because
Also, Mav's soul is trapped in the loop, and that's supposedly the only way that he'll be saved. So we kind of need you.
There is other ways, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
in
that's
character,
Maverick's big idea.
Yeah, in character, Maverick really pushes. This is the only way on everybody. So.
God, he's so fucking convincing.
He is.
How
Pisses me
dare
off.
you try to save me?
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys are assholes for trying to save a friend. Man.
Vision,
Fucked up.
Vision out here being like, everyone abandoned me and nobody's trying to help me. And then in characters like, get the fuck away from me. I mean, come on, bro.
I'm gonna need that dagger back, because I roll every
Nope.
day just to see
Yoink.
how much if I'm gonna get that back. Like, I'm gonna
I know
be-
firsthand he yoinks. He's a loot goblin for sure. Man.
little fucker.
Wait,
Had that
what,
axe
did
for
he,
5
what did
minutes.
this man yoink?
Yoink the axe off of
Amy-
Ash, and then go ahead.
The dagger, Amy's balance dagger that has a bit of her soul, because it's kind of feeding off her and vice versa, making her feel useless. Because she's balanced, so she can't do anything unless shit has already hit the fan.
Maverick is a ninja looter confirmed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Amy already has an idea on how to get mad. It ain't gonna work. She has an idea.
Keep cooking,
She's
Rain.
fucking dumb, but
100% Rain. Keep cooking. Keep cooking.
I'm working on
Yeah.
it.
Everyone's
So-
got a plan. Everyone's
Oh,
working
yeah,
on
so-
it.
Burn in chat is RainCloud99. She's part of the team. She does basically so much of the research and makes
She's
it
our
look pretty.
researcher. Yeah, she
Mhm.
kills it.
Really?
Yep, she kills it.
Faye, I don't think she was too close to the story though. I don't think she had any scenes with the entities at all.
Yeah, I think you saw her at the end when you were probably flying around and everything, but she was with Amy and stuff on top, so she
Oh,
saw some of the
yeah.
Wendigos.
Oh yeah, with the conversation with Ash and Death outside when he got the bail, she was the one who jumped up on the thing to look at what was going on and then walked away. Just saw Ash talking to a bird, and she's like, "Nope," and walked away.
I thought you saw some of the windows go. Yeah, but she is the goat. Oh yeah, and Goldeneye, he plays Sky. He performance. He's a glorified babysitter. He's the best.
Yeah, there's a couple of players in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Monitors you're using to watch all
Zero
the
plays
POV.
Lucy. He's one of Death's
Yep.
main people. He's the one that sacrificed people in front of the BCSO in the river.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he rolled bad.
Maximilian, of course, is Elliot. But yeah, I think you knew that already.
Yeah.
Shout out to the viewers that were the soldiers that had every POV opened, which I
Oh
don't
my
understand how you
God.
did that, but
Fucking 4 tabs minimized on a singular monitor. Watch 4 streams on one monitor, and then the same
Well,
thing on the other one. That's what
One
they
of them
done.
showed me how they started. There's like a website that shows all the POVs.
The multi Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my brain, how do you do this?
someone had told me that they had a phone for the last POV, and I was like, okay.
That's
Well,
fucking
and
wild.
then
That's dedication.
what's even more, let me go in here. Where is it? It must have been on here. Shout out to the dedication too, that somebody was putting together a freaking tracking sheet.
Agent Zam?
Yeah,
Yeah. Agent was
Yeah.
doing
If you
great.
s- I'm showing it on my stream if anyone hasn't seen this already. A freaking spreadsheet of all the people involved and what sides they were on. And it was like, this is crazy. Like the dedication that people were putting into this as a
yeah.
viewer was just I mean, encouraging. It was so cool to watch and be a part of.
Yeah. The money missed out though on someone making a Team Terra Team Death shirt was what we missed.
No merch drop? Come on.
Yeah, it could have been a thing.
Yeah, we made bingo cards. There you go. Right.
No, the bingo cards were amazing.
The bingo cards were fun.
I did get bingo that night.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that got bingo.
The fucking Mav lore drop one had me crying, man.
Yeah, was it 5 minutes or how much was it?
We had 60
No, I think
seconds.
they undersold
60
it and did
seconds.
60 seconds.
Oh yeah, then that was for sure gonna hit.
Thank you,
about the
Bern,
bingo
for
card, yeah.
helping DM this RP.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I mean, sure, you did amazing.
I said for sure.
Oh, I just heard sure. Sure.
Hopefully it was a satisfying conclusion to at least the main chapter of that story, if you do plan on ever returning as Erebus, whether for the thing that I had mentioned or anything else. I hope that it was
Oh
not
yeah,
a
no.
sour ending at least.
It's great. I love the way that relatively wrapped up. It may be a bit till you see Erebus again, but
Yeah, I
Well,
gotta
we're
stab
done.
him.
Hopefully we're all alive by then.
Oh God. Or not
survive till
alcoholics, at
October
least.
Impossible challenge.
Adjust.
Yeah, oh, it's gonna be real tough.
Adjust.
But Nat one's being Nat oneing, you know.
Can Bern get everyone else in the group terrorism real quick? Fuck that, bro.
Oh no.
We don't need anybody else on huts. We're struggling. We're struggle busing as it is.
Yes, the fighting to it eventually devolves into prison RP is a challenge.
Hey, Emmy's already made friends with all C's. She got you.
I am curious, Bern, with the idea that you and I were kind of cooking up, where if Maverick wasn't able to get out on bail within time, was that the plan? Like, was that plan B? Or what was your plan of action if he couldn't have gotten out legally?
I'm gonna step away. Keep going.
We were gonna attempt a prison break. They're gonna allow for a prison break, but the bail just made it a lot easier, I guess. But there would have been a little bonus event of a prison break. Probably would have tried to do it the day before the 22nd. But I mean, then you would have. I mean, you all probably would have been accomplices, and then you would all be kind of fleeing from the police, and that would have been. That would have been a lot. So I'm glad that you guys were able to get bail. That
The
definitely made
panic
things
calls
easier.
to friends. How much money you got?
Did Maverick break bail by killing Kronos? That's the question.
Listen, what they don't know doesn't hurt them, okay? What they don't know does not. Listen. Shh.
Believe the words that Ash just had to use when retelling the story is I don't know how, but somehow an axe fell in between Kronos' eyebrows, and that's what happened.
There's
Don't
no
know who
body.
did it.
No body. No body.
Yeah, nobody,
nobody.
exactly. There was no cameras.
Who's Kronos?
But yeah, I do. The thing that I still kind of regret that could have happened is a longer period of Maverick being actually gone, like even his body not being seen. But that pressing court date, I was like, we can't do that. Because I think for the sense of like storytelling and
Oh, you're talking about
Just
the
like-
whole that one plan with the transfer?
well, that's what I was referring to. Like if that bail wasn't an option, I was wondering if that was what your main plan was the soul transfer. But you confirmed the Wendigo prison break.
Oh, we wouldn't have been able to get the Wendigos involved. That was like
Oh.
there's a bunch of like logistical stuff as well that
Yeah, no supernatural in the courtroom.
We would have just hired the blocks.
Blocks
Yeah, 'cause
are
that's
just
what-
as good.
That's what I was being told in chat. Is it would have been like a Wendigo prison break? They would all just jumped over the prison walls and shit like that.
That would have been cool. But yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do that. I was not given the green light for that.
Yeah, which is understandable. I mean, the fact that this story was even able to be pushed with the Scooby-Doo rule is kind of miraculous as is.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're all crazy, and none of this is true. Ash just thinks he's lived a lot of lives because he did a lot of drugs in his teens. Stuff like that, you know.
Maybe he's the one that does the drugs. What are you talking about? What is
That's
that?
true.
Nah, but it was a lot of fun. It was just fun to just see the more of the supernatural side come out again.
Who's Scooby-Doo and Talon? Maverick, obviously.
What?
I don't know.
Scooby
who it
Rutrowan.
is.
Maverick is Shaggy.
Okay, that's crazy.
I can definitely see that. I can see
That's
Maverick as
crazy.
Shaggy.
If there's not a role that fits that better, Faye is definitely Velma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's funny. Though I do call Leah Evans' group the Scooby-Doo group because they actually have a dog.
Yeah, they're the ones with Salem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they I guess they hang out with Salem the most off duty. The dog clocking off duty I thought was amazing too.
Oh, she actually has to clock off.
I believe so, yeah.
The dog gets paid?
Probably more money than any of us.
God damn. I didn't even think about that. Oh, yeah. Who's playing? Is it Pickles that is like back now? 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if
the,
Fern knows about that.
What's his name?
Reed.
Reed. There you go. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, Reed. I'm back, by the way.
No worries.
Ew.
Yeah, that was the thing that Maverick had told James about someone using the death pen or the Erebus pen, and you called it envy. That's circling back to the Pickles thing that Ash had just mentioned, or that Coffin just mentioned.
Oh. Yeah, I had no idea who was using that pad.
Yeah.
So that made things awkward, but yeah, we rolled with it.
I think they were testing it.
No, he was
I think
testing.
they were
What's-
testing all of them.
The irony of our group being the one to test it on was, I guess, funny, but kind of confused a little bit. But I was just like, all right, it's envy. Let's deal with it.
Let's get more biblical.
Terra's followers a gang now. Yeah, I mean, I think it eventually devolved into gangs.
It felt like
It kind of did. Oh my god.
Dread from it, run from it.
What they call it? West Side Terras, or what was it?
No, it's the West Side Reapers and the
Yeah.
East Side Deers or some shit.
East Side Bucks, I think it was.
which was weird
great.
because the buck would be what Death was using to imitate. I was like, all right, sure.
I think I might
yeah,
have gotten it
true.
wrong.
The Detroit Does. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
Detroit Does.
Wow.
I was just waiting for like drive-bys and all that. That would have fully completed that in Priuses, of course.
Oh my god, there were so many memes going around about the freaking Priuses. It was great.
What is the in-city name for the Prius car?
Dilettante.
Gotcha. Yeah, they've been demanding I get that car, and I'm just like, how to work that into my character, trying to figure that out.
You too?
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts, yeah.
Did the one at
actually
the did the one at the lighthouse get impounded? Is that what ended up happening to that one?
It had to have been.
I would hope so. The damn thing was destroyed practically.
It was there for a month.
It still had ice on it and everything.
I think Maverick still had a key to that though, didn't he?
No, Maverick never had a key to that one.
Oh.
Andy was the one that had the keys to that.
Oh,
Oh, let's
Maybe
be
you
honest,
picked it
guys. Everyone, Andy's the one with the true cult.
facts.
That was his whole plan. Finding him at random moments, like trying to convince people to leave both Death and Terra and follow him.
See, what people don't know is Andy was just listening to Maverick's plan. Andy,
From what
Ah.
he was trying to get them away from you.
nah,
It was hilarious.
trust.
I know that
Trust
he was
nothing.
camped up at the Firewatch Tower for a while. I heard that's something only I heard about that.
I found his stuff.
I
He's
did
been-
see
he
him
was
up
spying
there.
On it. Oh,
They had intel. I'll be right back.
that was
Out of
fun.
intel that Maverick got from Andy just sitting in that Firewatch tower was beautiful.
Oh, really? He actually
Yeah.
got stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how Maverick found out about the brazier.
Oh yeah, it was right next to it. Yeah. When Emmy was doing her little trial thing to get the dagger at that brazier, he was talking with like I think Hoshi on another mountain and he parachuted right across my screen. While I was in
Really?
that trial. It scared me because I thought it was another bird all of a sudden. Like, no, not again. I'm already too heavy lore dump right now. That's all I got. Emmy the side character, so she got nothing.
Did anyone in chat have any other questions that they wanted to, any burning questions that they've got for
Oh, okay.
Burn or the listeners?
God damn it.
See what I did there?
No, I don't get it.
I gotta go.
Have a great one. Burn.
Okay. Well,
Save yourself.
well, damn
Thanks. Hope you guys had a good time.
Thanks for
Thanks for having me.
it. Yeah, thanks for
in.
jumping in.
Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it, and really do look forward to any other interactions that we get to have in the city in the future.
Of course. You guys take it easy.
You too. Relax.
Later.
All right,
Will do.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Aw, I scared him off.
That was the worst pun, and I loved it. Burning
My
questions,
bad.
yeah.
The burning questions. He's like, all right, I gotta go, guys. I don't know who the fuck these people are, but I gotta go.
I'm not getting paid for this.
What happened?
He had to go
Exactly.
because I made a bad pun. All right. So I know we had a lot of other people that were involved that in the story. If you guys are wanting to jump in, feel free to jump into the call to participate more now. We're probably doing, I don't know, we'll probably go over like another 30 minutes and try to get some more questions answered for you guys. If everyone is cool with that, does that sound good? A good time for
That
you?
sounds great. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we, in the meantime, until if anyone else that had played a side in this, we could start going through the podcast questions in the Discord.
Yeah.
There's a few of those that were unburn
Let me
related.
scroll all the way up. Sky Golden asks, "What's next, bro?"
Death.
I was gonna say,
Death.
what isn't next at this point?
Depends on the character you're asking right now, right? Because a lot of people are on their own arcs.
Yeah. So what's
Golden,
next?
who was that directed to?
Everybody.
Thoughts on Hopper as bait? Is there any
Who should we
permanent
start with?
incident yet in the Talon group?
Any
Permanent
perma incident?
We haven't. Yes, actually, Arthur. Arthur,
The
the
leader.
the original leader of Talon Investigations, was murdered. Yes.
Marky
So we have
Mark.
had a perma, which he now plays a different character, Justin. If you were not aware of that already. So, Golden, who was that question directed at for what's next? Just the group overall? Yes, Cyro. He's Justin.
Yeah.
They sound so similar. It's so sad.
They really do.
Overall, yeah.
Okay. Well, there's I guess we could each just go around. I think there's as a group overall. What's next really is this rebuilding. This, bit of recovery that the group is going through right now of the trauma, emotional, mental, physical trauma that everyone's been through, and trying to find ways to move on and still keep the group intact and grow. Also, get everyone up to higher standards of operating as a team with the we're trying to put together SOPs, we're trying to get NDAs, things like that. But also there's still the big elephant in the room is Maverick's condition and trying to do something to find a way to help that character because he's just stuck right now. That's my personal opinion on what's next for the group. Then you guys can go around and give your opinions.
Who goes next?
What's next? Ash needs to heal. That's it.
Yeah, he does.
Physically or mentally? Because this man keeps hurting himself.
Oh, when you think those questions are separate.
Oh, God.
The answer to that is yes.
Yes.
Hello, motherfucker.
And then for you, Vision.
Maverick, his goal is still primarily trying to find Erebus or other ways to go about fixing his condition without jeopardizing everything.
Yes.
Well,
Um,
I gave you a clue how we could get him back.
We're not turning him into a bipolar disorder.
I don't.
Someone had
Unless.
asked.
How about we give him a
Unless.
different personality?
Oh my god.
The funny thing, I was actually at work, and sometimes I have random ideas when I'm at work, and I was like, hold on, but does Elliot actually have a soul, or Red? Because we're not the main person. If Maverick.
Here's the thing, though. DID is a mental disorder. It has nothing to do with your soul.
I know, but if it could get him feelings.
If you just fake it till you make it, it's like customer service 101. ES your way through it, and you'll be fine.
That's what he's doing right now, dude.
This isn't Disney RP, though. This isn't Disney RP, Max. This is.
I know, but I was like, okay, but how could it work? How can we not start the end of the world, but also get Maverick?
Someone had asked. I have a question for Ash, or the person who plays is his voice taxiing. It's not only when he yells.
Real quick, the average Zao, he does stream already. He started up about a couple weeks now.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
It's in the pinned comment. Go check it. Go follow him real quick before he shuts down.
Alright, guys, I gotta
end
end stream now.
Go grab it.
Bitch.
Go get it. Next question. What were each of your own individual interpretations of what was happening OOC before you started to collaborate? I don't know.
Amy was just chaos.
Wait, what?
What were our individual interpretations of what was happening OOC? What were we understanding was happening with the storyline before we started to collaborate? I don't know. I mean, I think it was just so all over the place that until we came together to collaborate and piece it together, I don't know that anyone really knew quite exactly what was happening. It was, I mean, obviously, the original understanding was there's Terra and there's Death, and there's Wendigos and Skinwalkers. I think that's really where the core of it all lied, but beyond that, it was very complicated with how many people started getting involved, the different stories that started getting added to the mix, the different interpretations, the theories that started just flying all over the place. It became very jumbled very quickly, and so until we sat down and collaborated in character to sort through all of it, it was very confusing for a minute there.
Yeah, and the specific interpretations I think is a little hard to answer because the entire team collaborating happened later, but
Way
individuals
later.
collaborating together happened pretty immediately, so there wasn't a chance for I guess individual interpretations to really be fleshed out at that point because it happened pretty
True.
immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And without being meta, we did get on almost, I wouldn't say every night, but close to every couple nights after streams were over. We did jump on, VC and kind of talk out some of the stuff with like I said, without meta, but it was kind of just going over like what the fuck in a lot of cases.
Yeah, there's a lot of what the fuck calls.
There was a lot
The biggest one we had to do was when Ash rolled for like how bad he was hurt. I'm like, bitch, I rolled. I wasn't possessed anymore. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, it's stuff like that. Obviously, you have to flesh out.
Thanks for
obviously
Red Dread for that, because I was like, what do you mean he rolled? He shouldn't have possessed anymore.
Yeah. How does Vision come up with these crazy long Lord Stam? Targeted? My bad.
Targeted. As I said previously, I have a pretty extensive background in researching like different mythos and folklore. So a lot of it is just very impromptu and just general improv in general, trying to look at what the story is presenting me and then using my background in that to add clauses and reasons for why things are happening.
Also, just so you're aware, I'm going to start deleting the ones that we've asked already so we can clean it up a little bit in there.
Great.
Was that the completion of your answer there, Vision?
Yeah, I mean, that's the general gist of it. Even outside of just Maverick's character, I have always found mythology and theology to be super interesting. So this character has just been a scapegoat for all of that.
I have an answer for that next question, by the way.
Which one? The business one?
Yeah, as of right now, Ash is cooking, and he might have a business for the team, but let him cook. And actually, if he doesn't die, then he might actually be able to do it. So that's hype.
Hey, all right.
His business proposal is pimping out the team to get the Yellow Jack.
Yeah,
no, he's working on
Make
it,
some
dude.
money.
Things are
that was
things are happening.
originally Elliot's idea in character. He came to Red about that first, and then Red told him to go to Ash about it and said, "Don't do it until you make sure I'm there, because I want to see it, I want to witness it." And what does he do?
Doesn't
Ashley, like how they're saying in chat, Ash and Mav talked about it a while back, but
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, so that was
Yeah.
about pimping out the team?
no, about getting
We're not pimping them out. We're just letting people borrow them for a day.
That's what I was referring to. Was
Did
Elliot?
somebody say pimpin'?
Oh, good God.
Oh, okay. So that is a to be determined answer for that question then.
Yeah, don't want to meta, but he's cooking.
What type of regrets do you feel in character? What do they wish they could do over again?
Oof.
The
what
cliche
do
answer
OC
of nothing.
What do you OC wish you could have made happen for show, for drama? First of all, we've got so much drama. I don't think there's a concern that we didn't do enough.
What do you mean? We need way more drama.
I think we've
All
got
right, hold on. I'm
plenty.
cooking.
You're cooking.
No, no, do not give this man dice.
Don't. Please. Regrets do you feel in character though, not necessarily
In characters.
yeah,
that's
in
right.
character. What do your characters regret? Definitely. And I think this has been stated multiple times already in character by several people, is abandoning Maverick at the beginning of the arc.
Yeah, right now that's still kind of messing with Ash.
It's messing with a lot of us. Yeah. I think that is going to probably be something that's going to take a long time to recover from because, yeah, well, I mean, in character, we'll flesh that out more, but I think it's obvious. I
Yeah.
think it's obvious that has affected the relationship with the team and Maverick. And trying to repair that is going to take a while, especially in this situation while he still has no soul. Trying to repair that relationship with the team is going to be a really difficult thing to do, because until he gets his soul back, which isn't going to come back complete anyway, like it's going to come back if Maverick gets his soul back, I would imagine it's going to be not okay still, in a sense. It's still going to be difficult as far as that character's emotions are going to go. So the repair process is going to probably be a very long, ugly road to recovery, I would think.
You think he drinks heavily now? You have no idea.
I know.
I don't want to
Amy,
hear.
He
I don't.
regrets not going with you guys.
I
for
don't want to
that.
hear. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
Sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm probably really low. Amy's biggest regret is not pushing to go with you guys, because how else would she know where Death was if she had to do a balance
Yeah.
and stop him? That was her biggest regret, because she feels like she failed you guys. So
we just needed
bad.
one more person. That's it. And we could have
I
put
felt
her at
like-
the center of
if
the
we-
pentagram.
Yeah. That was the biggest. God damn it, Royce! How dare you come visit your brother?
I mean, we could have gone to everyone and just made a pentacle.
Maverick's exact words were, "It has to be exactly 5, no more." I was like, "Oof."
Yeah, I mean that is what he was told.
Yeah.
Amy could be on the sidelines. But yeah, that's her biggest regret. She really felt like she failed you guys.
I think it would have been more damaging if Emmy was on the sidelines, because then we would have just disappeared for a very long period of time.
Amy just sitting there going, "Everything's fine."
Yeah.
Fine.
And then as the storm picks up even worse when we're down there and everything.
It's fine. It's fine.
Actually, that might have been a missed opportunity. Maybe we should have did that, because then she could have at least went to the island.
Ooh.
Which island did you guys go to?
You know, the pickles one.
I haven't been to the
I
pickles
don't-
one.
Elliot
what
doesn't know the
pickles?
pickles one.
Don't
It's a
worry.
real nice island.
I'm
Don't
telling
worry
man.
about it.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's a real beautiful island.
Fuck that
Rain
island.
regrets everything.
What do you think,
Or
Arthur?
pickles.
What was it? How do you think Arthur would have still been alive?
How do you think Arthur had he still been alive, would have handled the story? I think he would have died.
sacrificed himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would have died.
he would have
He-
died
He would have died. He would still be dead right now.
for sure.
He would have told. He would have called somebody he shouldn't have. They would have died, and then he would have gotten like spliced by a Wendigo somehow, because that boy would just be like wandering. And there you go.
We was.
He would have.
We,
He would have.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. We still would have.
The story started on a time loop. I'm sure he would have found some way in that story to have jumped into something and died.
Especially since what his character is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he would have had a
I
field
think
day, but
Maverick's a martyr.
Yeah.
and dude, he was already trying to do it with Justin, with closing the time loop, right?
I think a more
Yeah, that's
interesting
why-
question is, what side would he have been on?
Tara, probably.
Hell no.
I can see
You
him
heard
balanced.
Or in
Maverick's
between.
stories.
Yeah, I would say balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have seen him balanced.
Oh yeah, that.
Or
okay.
maybe flipped him off that he would have gone death.
Mark, if you're in
Like,
chat,
for
roll a
example-
d20 to answer that question for us.
I
Oh,
don't think
Jesus.
he is actually.
Rip. All right, you're good.
Next question. Did
I have a-
anything... Sorry, what?
No, you go that question. I have a very weird question now I think of it.
Oh, okay. We're going through the podcast questions real quick. So, did anything come into play that only happened because Arthur is gone?
Ash,
Amy.
right?
Yeah, Ash being the leader.
Yeah,
Amy being
that's it.
involved.
Amy being
Amy being
involved.
involved.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
also a bigger one.
How much
He was good at
sleep quality
like
we wanna
keeping
talk about
everything
that.
separated. Like, as I could not remember ever meeting you, Ash. I'm sorry. Like, apparently, I met you. I don't fucking.
You ran up to me and went, "This is my number," and I think ran away.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was the same day he met Elsa. Yeah.
Yeah, but can't believe you guys were dating.
Because I remember specifically that day, Arthur was like, "These are my sisters," and he was like, "Okay." He's like, "Why are they here? Isn't this like a team thing?" And he was just like, "Don't worry about it," or something like that.
Yeah. Martyr is the Talon job description. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that meme. I'm gonna throw it up on my stream.
Oh God.
Which one? The one that Tora made?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where is it?
Let me see if I can find it because it was from Tora that she sent it to me. Let me see. It's so facts.
I have the one for Mav and his goddamn.
Found it.
billboard.
Dude, Maverick's billboard's beautiful.
So amazing. I love it and I hate it. I'm like, it looks like an IKEA billboard when you first see it, and you're like, wait, hold on.
The other one of Maverick and then the boyfriend churning for a Prius.
Here, this is
Yep.
the one that she made
Look at this
for the chat.
beauty. It's not wrong.
And we actually
Also-
get that
I
on
like
the
this
billboard
one,
in
too.
the server.
I like this one, the doom the world, the two buttons, the doom the entire world or leave the shrine the fuck alone, and then it shows Wrangler about to push the button.
Yep.
That was good. That was good.
Also,
I
for
got that one.
those that have not seen the beautiful billboard,
Yes, let me get that. That was put in the. Where they put
this
that in
is the
biggest thing.
Blackstone therapy ad.
Yeah.
Having
put that in
much
the on air
sad.
chat.
In
It's
the
in
which chat?
it's in Biggest Fan. Biggest
Biggest
Fangs.
Fangs.
If you scroll up, yep.
Call the Blackstone Group. How did this become the Blackstone Group all of a sudden?
I don't
Like,
know. It just
When did that happen?
Are we aura farming now? What the fuck?
chat was like it's the
Actually-
Blackstone group, dude.
It's Talent Investigations, aka the Blackstone Group, I guess. I don't know, something like that.
The Blackstone group is the therapy group, man.
Got you.
Where is it?
Biggest Fangs?
Where is it? Oh, biggest fangs. I'm looking for biggest things.
Fangs.
Now I really wish there was like canon in the server so we could actually like get it on a
After
billboard.
I'm out of jail.
Dude, don't tip me. I'll find a way to make that happen.
I mean, you can hire billboards.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
You
can.
I'll
can,
make
but
it
they're
happen.
expensive as fuck.
Yeah, you can. You can. That's probably a Brayden
Can
thing.
you?
That's, I think, a Brayden thing.
It is. It's
They're
how it
so
works for it.
I
expensive,
did not
man.
know that.
I don't know the prices yet. That's the only problem.
I remember
Humane
Shay
purpose.
trying to get it for the Adventures, right? It was
Oh yeah,
Pricey.
people have been wanting Wax to meet Maverick.
Dude, that'd be great.
I told them like, oh, they should get along swimmingly.
Who?
Oh yeah.
My alt.
goddamn cell cow
the alt.
surfer bitch.
That sounds just.
Well,
That
it's
sounds.
all, bro.
That sounds
I hate
exactly
it.
like
Ugh.
Ash, except drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he sound like Ash? My
He
bad.
sounds exactly like Ash drunk.
No, he doesn't.
I swear to God.
I thought I didn't put any fry on it. That is funny though.
Accent. Ugh.
The next question is: how much sleep did everyone lose being on server all night, every night doing this arc?
We don't talk about that.
Trying to
There
cut
was-
deep with that question, huh?
That was a.
Yeah,
there was
that's
a.
fucked up, man.
There was a lot of not only late nights of RP, but then of course when we were jumping into the VC after the fact and being on the call for an hour or 2 hours after that. Fucking 3 a.m. comes around and we all have to be to work in an hour or 2 hours or some bullshit. Say it.
The answer
Yeah,
to that is
coffee.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's yes. The answer is
Just,
yes.
it's
to that.
just yes.
Yeah.
It was bad.
My average low of coffees a day, especially like Mondays and days, was 12 cups at
Yeah,
least.
caffeine picked up.
Yep.
What was your average, Claire? I'm sorry, I spoke over you.
On average, no, you're fine. Average at least was 12 cups.
Oh,
girl.
wow.
Average
Girl.
of 12 is ridiculous. Oh my god.
That is a lot.
I drink the whole pot and then I'm like, I could go for it. And then I go make it.
Damn.
You
Whole
just
pot and
finished
then
a cup
hitting
of coffee and you're
Starbucks,
like, I want coffee.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Sleep for the week? Absolutely.
What is everyone's favorite moment for their character? We can go down the list, right?
Sure.
do
Favorite
we
moment
start?
for this arc?
I would assume so. That's the thing. Oh no, moment in general. Oh,
Well,
both.
it says-
I guess.
yeah.
Oh,
it's both.
both. Oh, God. I mean, that's that's a loaded question.
Favorite moment for Ash in the arc was when he got to talk to Mav on the beach because he hadn't seen him in so long, and that sense of like, oh my god, finally, like he's not talking weird, he's just talking normal, and they were able to like just kind of hash things out. Probably that's the best moment. And then in general, I have no idea. I'll get back to you on that one.
In general, yeah, the general one is the really hard question because it's like that. Depending on how long you've been playing this character, it could go back years.
Yeah.
Oh, Minty said question was meant for this arc.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh,
No
for
worries,
this
no
arc.
worries.
Okay, good.
Oh, for their character, and then just like outside of just your character's purview, the favorite moment in general is the
I
question.
see. Okay.
Oh, the climax for sure. When we went down, actually, specifically when we went down into the altar was my favorite moment in general.
I think I'd have to agree with that. That day, everything about that final scene with the group over there on that island and being transported to the shrine. The Mav doing his sacrifice. That was all just so cinematic. Especially with the way the sky looked and everything. It was just like chills.
I still need to download that VOD. I know I'm running out of time.
Yeah, you better hurry.
Just do it now.
I do today. After I'm gonna get off for a bit and then get on like a few hours later. I had forgotten and woke up and ran to my computer. I was like, oh, thank God. You know, average streamer things.
Who, Vision, you go next.
Does Claire not answer?
Oh,
You can go first. I didn't answer. I wait for you guys. You're the ones that were there.
Yeah, Claire, you go.
For the whole damn arc? Fuck. I guess for mine, like just personally, was when Death took her to the damn what's it called, room in the mansion. Because I have never seen it, so being transported there, especially like with those bad rolls, I tried, man. I tried. Just seeing how bad, because then all of a sudden Mav like opens up more about what the death part, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be stuff to remember. Okay, that was a good one. The next one would of course be when she got her new Tanto, or her new blade, because that was something I had to do on my own, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah. That sounds great. I wish I got to see those VODs. I feel like I haven't been watching VODs at all.
They're about to go, but the fact that some of her friends were creeping up behind her and she didn't know, all of a sudden you hear the artisan going, "Why are you here?" And she turns around and there's like two people creeping, not 20 feet away, out in the open, going, "We're just keeping off eye on Emmy, making sure she okay." No, but those are my favorite. Now Vision.
Yeah, yeah, go Vision.
Oh, Vision already did. Sorry. God damn.
No, he didn't.
Oh, didn't he?
No, that was me.
Favorite moment for their character. That's difficult. Honestly, even though like happened very recently, I would say it happened to be between the sacrifice, like the scene where he killed Kronos, or the crash out scene between him and Red. I thought that was cinema.
The crash out scene was amazing.
Yeah.
Was that the same one where you beat up Royce?
I wish Ash was there.
No, it
That kinda
happened. Just a few days ago, actually.
Yeah, a couple nights ago.
Oh.
Bit of a crash out scene. Favorite moment in general? Probably when Maverick and Ash were at Terra Shrine and he turned the blade on Aramis.
That was good.
That 100%.
Oh yeah, that has to be up there. You know what's funny though? Ashton City has been, Maverick's chilling with someone on his right hand, questioning everything he does and being a dick about it. I wonder how he's liking that. But yeah, go ahead, Mama.
Who were you referring to with
how
comparison?
Red's dealing with Mav, or how Mav deals with Ash. I'm like, yeah, that's what you do. What do you mean? Because like, every time Maverick's complaining about Red, it's like, yeah, that's that. What do you mean, dude?
Preposterous.
I would say overall, I think that scene of finding Mav by the rock originally at the beginning of the arc, and then having it circle back again and at the end of the arc, finding him there a second time, like that whole, like bringing that to what's the word? Like
Conclusion?
just conclusion. Thank you. I'm tired.
Got you.
Bringing that to conclusion, like that was I think a perfect way for that little loop to have happened. Because I think especially with the first time with, you know, obviously Vision having to take a couple hours out of the city, but everyone staying in character about him missing and being adamant about him having had happened to him when OOC, we know that that's not the case, right? And then having that get incorporated into the story to the point that when he was found sitting by the rock, and then, you know, and shout out to the RP that Vision put into that scene too, to cook something up like that, to the point that the realization from Vern's point of view, having no one knowing who Maverick was yet at that moment, and having the group find him by the rock, and just the sheer explosion of excitement that happened in his chat, to the point that he stopped RPing just to sit there and watch the scene play out. I think that was such a beautiful moment for the group to be able to say like, dude, these guys are legit. And his reaction and his chat's reaction was just, it was very cool to watch. I would say that would probably be the overall favorite. The personal character favorite, it's a toss-up. It's the toss-up between the crash out between Red and Maverick, like he just said, but more so, I think it ties back to what I would say is the original favorite scene when Red and Maverick were originally pitted against each other with the marks at that little not underground, but that little area that we were talking in at the point, and you know, realizing that they both had a mark, that they were now going to be opposite of each other. And it was like, okay, this is going to create so much conflict RP. And I was like, yes, I love this. This is the shit I live for. So I was excited of where that was going to go. So that would have probably been, and it led to, you know, what you see today with this crash out that just happened. It was like, that's what this was leading up to. That's what that whole thing was leading up to, is this, and it was so good. I loved it. So I think that would have probably been my favorite. Next question. Let me get to.
It's why.
Just why?
Because why
just
not?
Because.
Why not is the correct answer, yeah.
It just be that way, man.
What would have happened if, like, the roles were reversed? Like, Red was Team Death and Maverick was Team Life.
Probably Life would have won, and it would have had 1 million followers.
Can you imagine a charismatic Mav bringing people?
No.
Dude, holy Mav, dude. I was asking Chad,
Whimsical
like,
Maverick.
yeah,
Like, he wears flower
Paladin.
crowns, he's, like, drinking tea, being sweet to people.
I'm not thinking Paladin, dude. I'm thinking more like.
You would have gotten the
fucking-
fairy You would have gotten the fairy wing.
Yep. Yep, I'm thinking Druid, bro. Not Paladin. Druid. Thinking of the wrong class there. Just him in the forest with almost animals, having food, like a table and everything.
Life
Some
Domain
passive-
Cleric.
But by the way, has anyone ever seen the clip where I pulled up on the wheelchair with all the animals like around it?
Yes.
Oh.
That would have been Maverick. It's just
Yeah.
Mav
talking
with
to all
fairy
the animals.
wings, heart win.
He would have been Snow White. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. He would have been
No.
frolicking in the forest, no shoes on.
Wearing the
Yes!
white robe. Yes, the white robes and stuff that we had, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
We were having, like, what is that? Like a musical kind of episode, and Maverick starts singing, like,
Ain't no fucking way,
Oh, yeah,
Kazava.
dude. He would bust out into a song.
See, I couldn't wear that outfit because I knew I wouldn't be able to keep a straight
I
voice for the
would've
more
loved
serious scenes.
But it
I
was
know I would've
okay.
been laughing.
It was okay for Red to wear the fucking cheerleader outfit to the end of the world.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Man, at least you didn't
We
have to
needed
wear
more
the
out.
Chanel
She was
money.
the-
Yes.
Bro, she was the only one in any kind of outfit down there with the group. It was like
We had no
so-
Emmy. We needed something.
What
True.
the fuck? You're the
But in
designated
the end, we
cheerleader.
saved the
Emmy.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Oh no.
At least you didn't have to wear the
Uh,
Chanel money pants.
Cheerleader outlet was giving final girl.
Not wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that wish your character had done different leading up to this 20? Well, we kind of already answered that with the other one, right?
Yeah. The only thing I could add on to that is I wish the story arc that I had written to Ash's character hadn't had happened when Mav reminded him of like all the puzzle pieces. I'm like, oh, this is something that I had written for sure, and this is definitely going to happen. I'm like, timing probably not the best, but
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have kind of and you got to roll with it, but it's just like, ooh,
Yeah.
that might have happened too soon, or ooh, this shouldn't have happened yet, but here we go. You
yeah.
know?
Listen, man, this is what happens when you tell my characters, hey, what's your thought on my backstory?
Yeah, I know that Notion article came up, and you're like, I got it.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let me just look at my notes real quick. Yeah, that tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone had asked a additional question to that.
Any dice rolls you wish could have gone differently?
Yeah, I can think of one. The head injury on the Nat 1 is going to be regrettable in the next few days for sure.
Oh shit.
I think what's funny is I'm rolling really well now, which is prolonging and allowing the bleeding to continue. So that's awesome. You know, Nat 1 followed by 18s and 19s is always what you want.
I mean, yeah, naturally.
Wait, Ash checked himself into the hospital though, right? Last night?
No doctors. That was turned away. Sam's Medical always 10 top tier, 5-star.
Nah, Ash doesn't need a surgeon. Don't be a bitch. Just live it
Yeah.
out, man.
Ash is currently, I mean, this isn't OOC because you guys will see it, but Ash is currently fucking bleeding, sitting in a chair.
Great.
Mm.
All right, building on that. Oh yeah, we just did that one. Duh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Were any of you prepared to perma at the event on the 22nd, and what was your limit to do that?
Yeah. When Maverick killed Kronos, I don't know if you guys saw it, I rolled death saves. There was a chance that he could have permaed there. But he got 2 saves, so...
Ash somehow landing in the pond would have been my perma condition.
Yeah, that was a close. that was a scary moment. Those
Yeah.
two.
Well, somehow
Those
in
both
that
of them.
event, if he had been pushed in there or something like that, yeah, I would have to have rolled, and with no backup, I would have continued to roll until something was figured out.
Hmm.
In an emotional state for Emmy, I would have rolled if she could have used her dagger on something and it somehow had to be destroyed. Definitely would have changed her a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think any other condition would be meta if I said, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I don't really have intentions of doing any permas on my character, so I guess the answer to that is no, unless it's something fucking like really crazy, which I haven't put too much
Even
thought
thought of.
into. I haven't really put into. Yeah, maybe I should start creating permit conditions. I don't know.
Well, you kind of have through RP, right? I'm sorry, specifically with the peptides. If someone somehow, and they would have to have meta to do it, or it would have to be Ash just full going villain, or people who know about it. That
You're-
is conditions, right?
Yeah, and something has happened, by the way, on that.
Always lovely to hear.
So
How else can we fuck up Red's mental state?
But was it when I had brought it up? Is it that what kind of got you going on that thinking?
So yes, OOC, yes. In character, no, denial.
Damn
It's
it.
in
I should
character.
have
It's
rolled.
it's a denial thing. But out OOC, I was like, oh, you know what? That does make sense, doesn't it? For what she
Yeah.
did up at the shrine, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of, she hinted at it a little bit with the conversation with Mav about it being an exchange.
When the person who figures it out is Hammergene is always the issue, right?
Maverick knows, but
Okay.
But no, I don't think, well, so he knows that there was probably an exchange, right? But not
I
necessarily.
mean, he knows the siphon.
Yes, right. But not
Yes. Oh, I think
necessarily
Ash said
of-
that specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, well, that'll start playing out as the days go by because it's already started.
You could skip the next question. I said that I'm cooking and I need to do it at Kent State OLC.
Okay, we'll skip that one. The
Cooking
next
on that one, I promise.
question for Burn. Oh, we asked that to him already live while he was with us, so we can get rid of that one. How do premonitions get handled without a storyteller overseeing things?
With a grain of salt and never allowing it to fully affect any thing like that. It's just for the scene itself being said. At least that's how I handle it. When someone gives me a vision, I can't willfully take that into account and allow it to affect the story to a certain level because you never know. Not like I'm accusing anyone of anything like that, but like you can't. How do you say it? Like premonitions are supposed to be taken as like. This is meta, but it's like allowed, but like you have to play with that very delicately, as in like let's be warned, but let's not like act like I knew the whole time and all that. At least that's how
It's
I
a
do
possibility, but not a for
Yes.
sure.
But yeah, I think that's as far as you can go without, I guess, crossing over that line where it's like people might question like, how'd you know that?
Yeah. Next one is how much of a pain in the ass was Lucian and the Adventurers Guild during all of this? Oh.
Dude,
Lucy's
the
name
biggest.
came up a lot. Lucy's name came up a
He
lot.
did.
The
I think
Every
the
biggest.
time.
Sorry, go ahead, Vision.
The motherfucker could not stop talking about anything.
He can
Man
also.
was the yapper.
How many times was he marked by death?
3,
Yes.
right?
Something like that.
He was
think
marked
3
by
times.
Tara. What? First marked by Beth.
That's
then marked by Tara.
right.
Then marked by Death. This motherfucker.
I was like, "What are you doing? Are you just walking up to people saying yes, please?"
Oh my god, I just read chat caught up. Dude, what if they just rub the medical dirt on Ash's head and let him out?
I mean, yeah, that's what they would have
That
done.
would. Probably...
Fuck your dice rolls. Pick one side. Stay with it.
Okay, and now some questions in the chat. Now we're caught up with the ones from the podcast channel, so I'm gonna just clear that out now. And if there's any questions in the chat, we're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. Still wonder how the story would have played out if Red went with Tara's plan. So I don't think Red didn't try to. But there was some stuff that took place that stopped that plan very quickly. And it was mainly Maverick in a sense.
What?
It was. There after a lot of the stuff started playing out, we started piecing it together in character about what was happening. It didn't make sense for Red to be Team Terra. It didn't really make sense for anyone to be a team of any of the gods. Even Maverick being stuck in the position that he was stuck in was a very much of a fuck 'em mentality too. So I think across the board, it wasn't so much about doing any of the gods' biddings willingly at that point. It was now about how do we save the world and how do we save the people on this team. That's what it really boiled down to at the end of the day.
You kind of just gave me an idea. Ash's license plate should be the coin, the Termi coin. Fuck 'em. That should be his
'em.
license plate.
You know what?
Yes,
I'm gonna
fuck
say this.
'em.
My new favorite moment is when the whole table at that dinner thing, but on the
Yeah.
21st.
The
Fuck 'em.
frickin' Last Supper.
Yeah.
Dude, Amy screaming "fuck him" was great.
Yeah.
She got approval from everyone there that she could cuss, so she was allowed.
That's always great when it catches on. You're like, oh shit, everyone's doing it. Fuck yeah.
And I clipped it as well, and it is perfect.
Not a question, but thank you all for streaming and sharing these stories and sharing the fun of your fantastic vibes. Well, thank you guys for watching and enjoying the content, because that's what makes it possible for us to be able to stream. So we appreciate you guys too.
Absolutely.
I would remind chat that we'd be doing this probably if there was no streaming outlet, but being supported during it definitely helps.
Yes.
Seeing people enjoy it and talking with people is really fun.
I thought Mama is just Mama. Didn't know she has a name. Huh?
No, Mama
No.
Jemima or whatever it is with James Randall's a different Mama. She is
Oh, you must be thinking of a
Ita
different.
Jamimi.
Oh, okay.
Mama
No, this is a
Jemima.
different
Oh.
Mama. Different Mama / Red.
Was Ash not the first one? No, Ash at the dinner table was I think like fourth. I think Red and all them were before him.
Yeah, they went in a very odd order of
Yeah.
going down the table.
It should have started at the head or at the end, but it did not.
Yep.
It went to whoever's number I think he could remember.
It should have started off on the Jesus slot. By the way, did that guy die? Hopefully. I mean, just in terms of lore.
Jesus
hopefully.
died?
The guy who was sitting where Jesus was during the Last Supper. I don't know if he died or not.
Oh, that guy with the top hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know how that guy knew Maverick. I
I
was
don't-
so confused when that happened. I was like, what?
There's
So-
gonna be
I would
a
remember
lot
meeting this
of
guy.
that. There is gonna be a lot of that nowadays with people just knowing who you are, and you're like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
I've already had that with Emmy. I'm like, apparently I've met a lot more cops than I think I have. 'Cause I, like,
After. Sorry. Yeah. No, I understand that. Go ahead. I mean, Claire.
no, like you said that you're experiencing it, Mav's experience. I've experienced it with cops.
Ah. That's
like-
never good.
That's not.
Well, they're really
good.
nice to her and everything. It's like, you know, so I'm like, how the fuck y'all know me?
Yeah.
It's enough where I'm noticing. It's not all of them,
Here's-
of course, but it's just enough. It's like,
Here's the big problem.
Yeah.
Everyone on the team, almost guarantee their name is in some list of a massive
Yep.
investigation with the SIB right now. So,
Yep.
throwing that out there.
Oh, wait. We never told Red about what Leah Evans told Faye. I'll bring it in, City. Don't worry.
You
But
better.
I forgot about that.
You know what?
Oh my God, that was so concerning.
Okay. Yeah, you better.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna have a counter for the amount of people who say, "Oh, you're Ash," whenever he introduces himself at this
Oh,
point.
you're that guy.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know what, never mind. I'm going to bring it up in character. There is a suggestion that Red is going to make that I think is going to help make sure, I hope, that we keep stopping this. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Shit. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, Ash is hemorrhaging, so it's fine.
I know, but there's even
why
still.
are you
we
hemorrhaging
gotta-
after Emmy just got over brain bleed? Will you stop it?
He's been even before that happened, which I thought was very funny. When I found that out in my stream, hopefully someone can send you a clip. I started fucking dying because when that started with you, Ash had already been hemorrhaging. He's just been rolling amazing, so he hasn't seized. And then afterwards, it had came out. That's when I had found out and started fucking dying.
Yeah, if I didn't get a role to like have her really be bad, the brain bleed was actually just going to lead to a seizure.
I mean, I can relate.
Because if it was bad, it's like, oh, okay, we can catch it early and get it done, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh, I was so happy.
It's been a perfect storm of events of why Ash has barely went to the hospital, and Jack can attest to that. Like, genuinely a perfect storm of every single time it comes up or something has happened. Ash gets called by either any of the members or something like that to get pulled into something. It's been just
You need to take your phone. Like, honestly, if we just need to take your phone, fuck your LOA.
It's the
you're just
team
gonna be-
members, Claire.
It's more than it. This man
Well, as of
needs to go to
yesterday,
the
no.
fucking- This guy needs to just go to the hospital. It's not about.
He needs,
LA
he needs to go to the
anymore.
hospital when there's people there to take care.
Well, as of yesterday, the team's tone changed, but before that, it was not the case. It was like, Ash, we need you on this, we need you on that, and he was like,
That's-
I rolled in that one, guys.
God damn it.
He's the phone guy, dude. Look at the emote.
No, I don't give a fuck about your email. Okay, stop killing yourself.
Just Dono Walden, man. It works every time.
Don't know.
Oh my
Ask
god,
me
that
how I know.
clip.
Yeah, he did.
That clip is
There you
fucking
go.
amazing.
Take after Maverick. There you go.
Yeah, and then he looks at his text after not opening him for a week and gets a drunken confess text. He's like, oh,
Oh,
what?
The fact that it was sitting there for like a week and you didn't notice.
Dude, I didn't even know. Like, out of
No,
character,
I
I
know.
had no fucking idea.
Rain is like, look, here,
entire
don't
time-
talk about it.
This entire time before that, I saw that clip. I thought the text was a long-winded "why I feel this," and when I had finally seen the clip and what it was, I fucking died. I was like, okay, you could
most-
easily play that off.
The drunkest one sentence. I like you.
With the selfie attached.
You got drunk texted so bad.
Dude, I did. The amount of eulogies that man received is ungodly.
Eulogies are amazing.
Who?
Eulogies?
Eulogies?
Yeah.
Like
No,
a
who got 'em?
note.
Oh,
Maverick.
When the fuck you died?
Yeah.
Well, in preparation of him dying.
Rolling for
Someone
the
actually
selfies,
sent you
great.
eulogies?
Yeah, there's like
Multiple. Yeah.
Elliot, for example, was told, like, when Maverick was doing the Death Shrine thing, like, you can't interact with Maverick whatsoever. So Elliot did that. But, like, Elliot already kind of had to say goodbye to Maverick. So, with Maverick losing his soul, it was for Elliot, okay, but I already lost him, like, almost a whole month. So, this is nothing new. But, and now he's kind of back, and Elliot's like, how the hell do I feel about this?
I was
Well,
like,
you want
Emmy,
to
against
split his
baseball?
personality.
Emmy did not abandon. Emmy did not abandon.
Dude, Emmy was the goat throughout all of that for Maverick. She was like the only one that tried throughout all of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed.
I,
I wasn't allowed.
well,
I don't
granted,
think
she had a
Emmy was
special
allowed
case.
either.
Emmy,
No,
Yeah,
she
Emmy-
really
the
wasn't.
the thing is,
but she
that
wasn't told.
yeah, Emmy wasn't a part of the team.
She still
That
isn't.
Well, that's changing
Is it?
soon, probably. But what I'm saying is the official members of Talent Investigations were given specific instructions.
And I think Emmy was a special case because she was literally on death's mark, like had death's mark, and had to be his helper. So she kind of was right there.
That's true. That's
you,
true.
It's not you, it's meter. That's crazy.
I
my God.
listen. I rolled for it, all right?
Wow.
And it was a decent roll, but he still doesn't have a soul. So he can't be like he can't be too gentle, or he can't confirm
You don't
if
need
he
a
would or
soul to,
wouldn't.
to intimately.
Maverick being at the status of like the amount of attention he gets using the "it's not you, it's me" is just cinema for me though.
I mean, listen, who would want to date that guy? He's an asshole. Fuck that dude.
Dude, I told
Actually,
you
a lot of people
I told
people
you
want
so-
to date Maverick.
someone in
have
my
a harem.
chat had said that Ash and Maverick makes them feel very confused because they're like just not good people in like general senses, and he's like the fact that they get attention makes me very confused.
Dude, nah.
I told you,
Objectively,
guys are
Maverick
book talk.
is a good person, but he puts on the front of being an asshole.
Yeah, I think this was Ash crashing out arc, and when that ad happened,
No, I still
It's the
I
bad
still
boy.
think
It's the bad boy appeal. It's the
I can
girl
fix
thing.
him, Red. I can fix him.
I still think Maverick isn't an asshole. No, he isn't. He cares about people, so he's very strict. Like, don't do this, or
As
you're,
of right now,
you're
yeah.
fucking stupid.
I mean,
And,
Ash
like-
considers him the only person that's going to tell it to him straight, besides Red. But I think Mav's expertise overlapping is what he I think values more right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely the go-to for Ash for experience advice and
Yeah,
straight
I
up.
forgot
But
about Minty. No, the appeal of Maverick isn't I can fix him. The appeal of Maverick is he can fix me.
This is so true.
I don't know about
I-
that.
Honestly,
Maybe
I
for
think
some
Ash
of
and
them.
Mav are like the perfect book talk guys.
I don't. I mean, I think of it this way. How would you put this? He's too much
Compared to Arthur.
No, he's too much of a badass. He's not going to give a fuck about
Yep.
fixing anyone else. He don't got
Yep.
time for that. That's kind of the vibe he
I
gives
mean,
off.
I think he does care, but he doesn't show it.
He
yeah,
does.
the thing with Maverick is he'd rather fix other people's problems so he doesn't have to fix his own.
That's what the alcohol's
You know
for.
what? We all have that. Yeah, and
That's what the booze is for.
it's
That's
just the
what I was telling you.
it's the hypocrisy of the character, which is just so hilarious
yeah.
to watch.
He is a big hypocrite. but
Big ass
that's
hypocrite.
because he tells people the advice he wished someone told him. That's his entire thing. Is like he doesn't want people to walk the same road that he walked.
As someone who may have a dad issue, what the fuck is wrong?
I think Minty had said that. I think Minty, correct me if I'm wrong, but someone had said that Maverick's the guy you like in high school, but Ash is the one you realize that it's not going to hurt you as much or something like that. In college. Someone had said that.
Brutal.
Fucking killed me.
Brutal.
That's crazy.
One of my funny
You guys
moments.
keep going. So sorry. Keep going. I gotta be right back. I gotta go take care of something. I'll be back.
One of my funny moments is a few days ago when I was processing the plastic and I had a fucking baseball thingy in my
Dude.
inventory and I was like, "Hey Maverick, you wanna someday try to like teach me how to play baseball?"
No, Ash, Sky is your father. You have to deal with it, all right? Kenneth.
Apparently
Yeah,
not,
but,
dude.
like, the
I know,
person
but-
was like, "Yeah, okay."
That flip was amazing.
I was so flabbergasted. As soon as I saw the baseball, and before Elliot even said anything, I'm like, is Maverick getting fucking father locked right now? Is that what's happening?
I was laughing so hard.
That is fucking hilarious. Stop trying to kiss Skymax? What?
I mean,
What?
a lot of characters are lovable.
What?
A lot of characters are lovable.
Explain it.
I
Sweet
How do you
home Alabama.
I said to the person that plays out of character today, if like characters were real, I would give most characters just one big hug. Just one big hug. If like, for example, Maverick was real, all he needs is one hug. and
Maverick
it
would be in
will
the psych
get its
ward.
soul back.
I'd be terrified of Maverick IRL. I'm like, he's just gonna yell at.
What?
He,
No, he's
you
just
guys know
a drill
Caleb
sergeant.
Hammer? You guys know Caleb Hammer, the YouTuber that does finance stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I was gonna say
Yeah,
no, but
so
actually,
that's
think
how I
do.
imagine Maverick with his therapy. I'm like, I don't want to be yelled at. I already have enough issues. No, I love.
He's aura farming to provide for his child. On God.
He's a child.
He has multiple supposed illegitimate kids that he has no idea of.
Good lord.
Yeah,
All right, I know my next character I'm making.
Oh God.
we need the homeless character arcs, guys. We've been having so
you
much
have
fun.
to let me know when you want me to get on her.
All right. Well,
She's
Wax
currently
just
sleeping underneath
discovered
a-
that the world is flat because the beach ends.
Fuck.
Because it just doesn't make sense that the world is round. If you follow the beach, you'll eventually end up back at Vespucci, right?
Holy fuck.
And the beach ended, dude.
I'm gonna have so much like it's gonna be fun to not want to crash out on your character.
Maybe I should also make a homeless character.
I think Wax is crying in the sand right now because he found out the world is flat and he doesn't know what to do and he doesn't know how to get back home to Vespucci.
I need to get on my other character, also Dame, because I want to get into the DOJ. See if I can fix that shit. Gotta pull up as Mav's illegitimate daughter.
Oh,
Just one
no.
day, gonna get a knock on his door. Just some random girl just standing there. Hey, Dad.
Hold on, I gotta get on
Actually-
5M really quick.
like,
I need
no,
to make
like-
a character.
Actually, like
How
holding
old is
like, like a note, like Maverick is 23, right? But like, is he now like
Canonically.
33?
On paper. On paper.
Because-
No, he's like
no,
40 something. right?
Canonically, he is 52.
Ah.
Oh.
What's up,
Hold
Clark?
on, I gotta go into my character creator.
Like, Amy shows up with a piece of paper. Is this
It,
the
no,
place
not gonna
of
be fucking Amy.
Maverick?
She sees Mav as her big brother again. He's
Blackstone?
kind of replacing Arthur,
Ah.
which I think she needed because her other big
Maverick
brother
is
Ghost
dad to
fucking
Elliot.
is a fucking psychopath.
Well, wouldn't that be technically Ash's relationship to her as well?
Yeah, well, see, Ash, she thinks Ash is dealing with her more because of Elsa.
Ah.
So when you said you're talking to Emmy as a friend, I was like, oh, Emmy got validation. Aw, they're friends.
Good to set that up before the hammers.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Now it's gonna break again. God damn it.
Yeah.
You're gonna break Elsa. if that happens.
Dude, the Nat one's being at wanting, dude. What's so the timing on this is the fact that when it happened, she went to sleep and he hasn't seen her since, and she has no idea that it happened. It's the timing. The chat knows the timing for everything has been just horrible.
Mav
Okay,
stuck
we're-
in time.
we're taking
Could
away
his
your
daughter
dice
be a
privileges.
grandma? That's true. It's true. There's a time that he was stuck in 1976 for 10 years.
What?
So
All right, I'm back.
Though Ash has reported to the boss, and now it's kind of Maverick's fault. People
Red,
don't
we're
know, so-
making Mav's illegitimate daughter.
Ooh, oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
this will be a nice, fun, interesting arc. Ooh, excited. Who?
I think
You?
that
Yeah.
Nice.
But actually, like the daughter like knocks on like Elliot's apartment, and like Red opens the door. Like, is this the house of Maverick Blackstone? And like, no, why? And like,
Oh, I gotta
think
sound
he's
like Mav
dead,
now.
And,
Oh,
like,
shit,
Red is
don't
gonna
be a-
apologize.
you do have to sound like Mav. That'd be
Do,
great.
do
be a-
it. Test. Start practicing right
Motherfucker,
now.
what you talking?
Practice
Right
right
now.
now.
Fucking dick, you ass. The fuck
Gotta
is wrong with you?
Just a,
You have to
a
like
hard
be more
ass.
grumpy, like.
I can't do it too bad because like it hurts my
No,
throat. if
and
I
then
do
you
it.
gotta throw in. Then you gotta throw in the listen.
Yeah,
No,
just start barking
so
at people. Actually,
it's not the voice; it's the speech pattern in his vocabulary.
Blink
that's
slowly at
important.
everybody when they do something stupid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, the blinks. yes.
All
Blink
the
slowly
blinkies.
at your idiocy.
for the jokes, you should have that character just completely deny the supernatural. Just slow blinks
What?
whenever it comes up.
And then
Ghosts
What should her
aren't real.
birthday? What is Mav's birthday?
Well, that's kind of a difficult question because his actual age is
shit.
different than his canon age.
Well, she's gonna be
Yeah.
8. So you know what? She's gonna.
That
get-
comes up a lot in RP though. The amount of times I ask people when they were born and they're like, "Oh, kind of hard to answer that." I'm gonna start swinging.
Mav's gonna end up with a fucking brain hemorrhage from a bat hitting him.
I need to make that a fucking scene on my OBS that mod can control the blink counter.
oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be actually great.
I need to make
And then
that.
the wow sound effect from like blink, wow, blink.
Oh well, I had mentioned I ran straight to my computer. I need to go shower and stuff like that, guys. But yeah, you guys have a
Have
good
fun.
one. Thank you for the
think-
Sing to
podcast.
Lady Gaga, I would say. Have some shower thoughts.
I just
Oh, hopefully
choked.
Faye doesn't walk in on Ash again.
Oh my god.
Walking in on Ash showering was a thing.
That's fucking great. I love that. I think we're pretty good to call it here, though, for all of us. Do you guys agree?
I'd say so.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
busy
call
right
it
now.
here. We did a good 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's solid.
So, yeah, it was solid. And then we'll eventually see y'all's in City. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll see you guys when I fly
Yep,
in
I'll see you guys
tonight.
later.
All right. You guys take care. Thanks
all
for hopping on. And thank you all for joining. We appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hop out of the call. You all take care.
All right, bye guys.
Later.
Bye.
That was fun. We're going to also disconnect the collab. Hang that up. Leave the stream. There we go. Y'all, we about to jump on into the city right now. You guys ready to do this? Thank you. Thank you for all for joining. And a big shout out again to Burn for jumping on to this podcast with us. I really appreciate his time. I know he's a busy guy. So the fact that he was able to join at all was really cool. Really freaking cool. But again, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for supporting the streamers, the characters, the storyline overall. You guys chat are freaking incredible. So God, it's been a lot of fun and a great storyline, a great arc that just ended. It's not over yet, however, keep that in mind. Still a lot going on. Yeah, let's jump into it, shall we? I am going to get into the city right now.